Zoom meeting. I request everybody to join. I request Melija Das to come on to the video, sir. Video. Only video is not there. I am not able to see your video, sir. లింగయ్య గారు మీరు వర్చువల్గా ఇక్కడ ఫిజికల్గా రావాల్సిన మీరు అక్కడ ఎందుకున్నారు? నువ్వు సార్ గిరి పనికిరావు సార్. నువ్వు నా రైట్ హ్యాండ్ నువ్వు అక్కడ ఎందుకు కనబడదు? నువ్వు ఇక్కడ నుంచి పనులు చేయాలి. ఏం లేదు సార్, గ్రాండ్ ఏం లేదు. నువ్వు లే వెన్ లింగయ్య is not there, no grand, no లింగయ్య is not there. Okay, anyhow. And your absence, with your blessings, will go forward. Yes, sir. Lingaya sahab. Okay. Okay. మీ ఫ్రెండ్స్ అంతా లైన్లో తీసుకురండి, మీ ఫ్రెండ్స్ అందరినీ. మనం యూ ట్రై ఫర్ అవర్ సూర్యరాజు గారు. వీఆర్ వెయిటింగ్ ఫర్ సూర్యరాజు గారు. జస్ట్ విదిన్ సార్. నమస్కారం సార్. మల్లె జాదవ్ సార్. వీఆర్ హ్యాపీ టు సీ యూ ఆన్ ది జూమ్ ప్లాట్ఫామ్ సార్. నాట్ ఏబుల్ టు సీ యువర్ ఫేస్ సార్. నమస్కారం సార్. నమస్కారం సార్. రాజుగారు నమస్కారం. నమస్కారం సార్. గుంటి దామోదర్ గారు అన్మ్యూట్ చేసుకొని మాట్లాడండి. అప్పటి వరకు ముచ్చటించండి. మీరు చెప్పండి సార్. జయదేవ్ సార్ మీరు మాట్లాడండి, కాసేపు మాట్లాడండి. మీరు మాట్లాడండి సార్. జయదేవ్ సార్, యూ గివ్ ఎ మెసేజ్. మీన్ వెల్ ఆర్ సూర్యరాజు విల్ జాయిన్. We are waiting for DG. You please, meanwhile, you give a small message. Sir. Go on, sir. Yes, sir. Right, sir. Thank you, sir. బాధ్యత కేంద్ర వాళ్ళది ఇది సార్ది బాధ్యత. పేపర్లు తీసుకున్నాను, తీసి పేపర్లు ఇమ్మన్నా సార్కి ఇచ్చేసి నేను కూడా చదువుతా, వాళ్ళకి చదువుతారు. మీకు ఏంటంటే ఎస్ సార్. అంటే మీరు మాకు ఇక్కడ ఫిజికల్గా వచ్చి ఉంటే చాలా బాగుంటుండే సార్, లైవ్గా ఉంటుండే. ఓకే సార్. థ్యాంక్ యూ ఫర్ పార్టిసిపేషన్ సార్. విదిన్ ఎ ఫ్యూ మినిట్స్ విల్ స్టార్ట్. రెడీ పెట్టుకో, నేను ఇంకోటి చదివేస్తాను. రాజుకు రెడీగా ఉన్నాడు. మనోహర్ రాజు రెడీగా ఉన్నావా? నీ దగ్గర ఉందా మొత్తం ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్? రైట్. థ్యాంక్ యూ. శ్రీనివాస్ సార్ గారు మీరు లైన్లో కనబడతలేరు. శ్రీనివాస్ సార్, వైస్ శ్రీనివాస్ సార్ గారు. పేపర్ లేదు.
ఇది ఉంది కదా, ఇది పెట్టాలి. ఇది స్పీకర్, ఇది వచ్చేస్తుంది స్పీకర్ అంటే అక్కడికి వెళ్ళదు ఆడియో. ఇప్పుడు మీకు ఏం కావాలి? ఇది పెడితే అట్లానే వచ్చేస్తుంది కదా. లేదు ఇది పెడితే ఇక్కడ సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకోవాలి. ఓన్లీ జూమ్దే కావాలి కదా మనకు వచ్చేది. అక్కడ రాదు.
మీటింగ్ అవుతుంది. దామోదర్ సాబ్ మీరు అన్మ్యూట్ చేసుకొని మాట్లాడండి. దామోదర్ సాబ్ మీరు మీ ఫేస్ కనబడుతుంది, అన్మ్యూట్ చేసుకొని మాట్లాడండి. ఇప్పుడు దీన్ని చేయాలంటే ఎట్లా చేయాలంటే?
Good evening, sir. Thank you very much for this arranging this program. Very easy, essential to everybody. I am very thankful to Dr. Manohar Saab and our team members, Lions Club honorable members. I am very eagerly waiting for your this lecture. Wish you all the best.
ఎవరు మాట్లాడారు సార్?
దామోదర్, డాక్టర్ దామోదర్. దామోదర్
చల్లి స్టార్ట్ చేసేద్దామా? శివతో కాంటాక్ట్ సార్.
మనోహర్ గారు స్టార్ట్ చేయండి సార్. అంటే అక్కడ వాళ్ళ డాక్టర్ గారు వచ్చారా? ఇంకా రాలేదు కదా?
నెక్స్ట్ డౌన్లోడ్ చేశారు. జూమ్ చేయడానికి
అవసరం లేదు.
మీరు వచ్చేస్తున్నారు, చూసి చెప్తారా?
మీరు కదా ఇప్పుడు ఎవరు ప్రెజెంటేషన్ ఇచ్చారు?
సార్
అక్కడ కూర్చొని చెప్తారా సార్?
తిప్పుతారా?
తిప్పాలి కదా. తిప్పేస్తే మీరు నెక్స్ట్ అంటే ఇక్కడ ఎవరైనా
ఈ స్క్రీన్లో వస్తుంది.
ఈ స్క్రీన్లో రాదు, అక్కడే వస్తుంది. సార్ అది ప్రెజెంటేషన్ ఒకటి ఇది పెట్టేస్తే అయిపోతుంది సార్. లేదు అని అంటే నేను అక్కడి నుంచి ఇచ్చేస్తాను లేండి ప్రజెంటేషన్. నాకు నెక్స్ట్ అని చెప్తారా మరి మీరు? లేదు నా పక్కన కూర్చొని
ప్రెసిడెంట్ కూడా రాలేదు. పొద్దున్న ఫోన్ చేస్తాం. history. Today is a very good day, being a Republic Day. Second Republic Day today. You know that on 1950, India has formed a constitution, and India has been declared as the democratic country in the world map. Okay, different types of cultures, different lingual basis. With that type of arts also, India declared as independence. With the pledge that in the long run we will form a very strong country. Now our country is facing three hurdles. One is border protection. With the Chinese, we are all the time trying to occupy our land. Now brave soldiers, Galwana, 20 soldiers were died with that attack. So we know that our Indian soldiers are famous for their bravery. One spokesman asks Vietnam country, with a big country like America, how we could be able to win over?
Sir, Rajasthan screen awesome, sir, me jara.
We learned the history of Chhatrapati Shivaji, a great warrior, Maharashtra Bharatian warrior, and he is an example and inspiration for us. With a small force of army, is able to attack our British soldiers and keep them away. So that is the spirit they have taken from the Shivaji. Next is any hurdles are come, any earthquake or any type of calamities are occurred, all the people together have stood together, seen that all people are protected and saved and normal life is restored. At this present circumstances, we are facing another disease. You know that in China, in Wuhan, first it started in Wuhan, China. It slowly spread to neighboring countries. But China, they said they could not able to tell what is the reason. Even the scientists in the globe, also, they could not ascertain what is the root cause for this type of the tremendous disease. Still, it is a baffling reasons. Nobody could able to answer why it has come and spread like anything. And it is not a epidemic; it's a pandemic. We have seen epidemic, cholera, malaria, everything, but not a pandemic. This is first time in the world history we have seen this pandemic. And India, as you know, is a great country. The noble scientists, it has stood together, seen that it has proper care is taken. The Ministry of Health in the central government, state, have taken a lot of steps. The worldwide, if you see this scenario, more than 200 crores people were died. In India, around 1.5 crore people were died so far. So at least if you see the reasons, most developed countries, Switzerland, America, are the main people where the lot of people died. For example, America only, in 1 day, 1 lakh people were died. But whereas in India, though people say with a lot of culture, lot of what you call poor people staying together, and they are staying in the homes in poor conditions. Still, in spite of that, our mortality rate is very low. All this credit to our people, our scientists, our government who has taken timely action. At this time, more of the scientists, like our Biswarupa Chowdhury, is a native of Hyderabad, surprisingly, from military canteen. He was born in military canteen in Hyderabad. I could able to talk to him. So I was also nearly same place, Picket I born. So we find some similarities in him. Luckily, we could be able to know him. He is Dr. Swarup Chowdhury is a great scientist. He has done a lot of hard work. He has done a research. And with the help of 100 doctors, he has published a book called Nice. It's nothing but it speaks about how we can withstand the COVID situation at this hour with the simple methods. That is taking only coconut water or citrus juice or vitamin tablets and staying at home in a self-quarantine. He has given 100% survival. He is also advisor to Vietnam government. He is having a very big hospital in the Vietnam. So all the way is coming is really a great thing for us. Because of knowledge, because of what is research is he has done, For that case, I request him, Dr. Sarupara Chaudhary Sahab, to come over here. He has taken all the pains. So I request him to come out to the dais and occupy the chair. One more great personality with us is, you must be knowing, always Chirudanavali means it's a synonym of only one word, that is Kadravali. When you talk about Chirudanavali, it's only Kadravali. Everyone minds talks only Kadravali Sahab. It has become so much famous in all our country. Now, olden days used to go for Tatama, Attamalu used to prescribe Ayurvedam. Motions are there, Ayurvedam. Motions, digestion ledu, ante they used to give Ayurvedam. So we have forgotten that treatment now. Now a great father has come in the way of Kadrali. So he is propagating naturopathy treatment for all the deadable systems. Even for the cancer also he has got a treatment. And he has proved himself that any type of disease can be solved with the naturopathy, with the use of our natural medicines or plants, whichever is available. So I request Kadral Sahab to come out to the dais and occupy chair. Sir, with the Unnol Kata great clap kotal, sir. And another big personality we have now, our Vijay Kumar Sahab is my mentor in Lions Club. Dr. I request to come out there. The part district governor is a philanthropist. He has sacrificed hundreds of acres for the construction of schools and hospitals, everything. So it is very great honor for us, our past district governor being with us today, this occasion. You know the subject. The subject is how to combat COVID-19 pandemic in 2020. For that, we have called another great gentle person, our classmate and friend, Dr. G.P. Karavagar. He is not a small man in nature. He is advisor to BR government and is environmental specialist, you can say. He has received a Raitu Bandhu Puraskar Award recently. But a few people selected all over India. He is one of the instrumental person. He received that Raitu Bandhu Puraskar Award, and he also many awards in national awards to his credit. And he is a very genius. He has got a big research in our Chirkuru, and he has done a lot of research work in medicinal plants. And if you go, anybody go to his Pragati research, you can see that we could have a very good ambient atmosphere. He was telling me one day, one person with the influenza has come to the Pragati research. So he stayed for a few days, and all his what you call disease has gone away. So he thanked him very much. So Dr. G.P. Karavagar maintaining such a good research. Now another man with us today, my friend, our Vice President of the GHS Swansra, is also a scientist. So I request Nagesra to come out to the and occupy chair. Now another madam is there, my cousin sister, Dhanasri Naidu, is a professor. So I request her to come out to the and occupy chair. Soonly our DG will be joining with us. Is Surya Raj Garu, District Governor 302D, and also our chief guest will be coming within 20 minutes. So sheet it with మన చేస్తే మధ్యలో కూర్చోబెట్టు 1 minute వచ్చేసండి జస్ట్ సార్ నాకు కూర్చోబెట్టు మీరు కూర్చో. So now on this occasion, my only say in the Lionism is like a father-like figure. So really, recently I joined in Lionism, but I have a lot to learn from him. He is a very great philanthropist, very noble man. He has donated a lot of money to the people. Always whoever knocks at his door, he says, I am there. So such a great personality. We are very happy that he is here with us. I request him to declare open the program and ask other for what you call whoever speakers 1, 2, 3, they may start the program.
Namaste, namaste, namaste. I am Lion Vijay Kumar, past district governor, Lions Clubs International. I am very happy to be here among the great people of the world, you can say. One is from Vietnam, Dr. Vishwarup Rai Chaudhary. Luckily from Hyderabad, he is resident of Hyderabad, settled in Vietnam. And world famous Kadarwali sir, world famous Pragati Research, G.P. Karavagar sir, and Madam Jansi, Dr. Madam, and our a big man in citizenship, like Nageswara Garu, and my good friend, our Murali Manohar, who is very active, president of Suncity Club of Hyderabad. I am happy that we are here to see how to combat Corona in 2021. Somehow we could pass on 1 year with great difficulty, with God's grace. Now it is time to equip ourselves with more actual developments, with more techniques. These three speakers will tell us, and after we hear them, we all will know the result and the effect. So I am really happy. India, I for India, I for immunity. You see, the whole world is suffering from COVID in a large scale. But in India, though we are 130 crores of people, but sufferers are very nominal, and deaths are much more nominal. Why? Because we are more immunity. We are having more immunity than any other person in the world. So Indians are really immunity people. So we are very lucky to be a son of India, and we wish that God gives us grace, health, and happiness to all Indians and all the world also. And how to make the world happy and the world relieved from this COVID problem, our speakers will definitely throw light on each and every subject, every aspect, and see that whole world is going to be benefited by this wonderful seminar organized by our Murali Manohar ji. Thank you very much. I declare this seminar open. Thank you very much. All the best.
First speaker of the day, Dr. Biswarupa Rai Chaudhary Garu. All are eagerly waiting for this program. I request Dr. Biswarupa Rai Chaudhary Garu to take over the mic.
Thank you, Murali Manohar ji, and Honorable Dr. Khadar Wali ji, and Dhanashri Madam, GBK Rao ji, Dr. Vijay, and my dear friends who are there on the screen. So although I'm given 45 minutes, but I think that I'll take 30 minutes so that I can listen more to him, right? So to finish the thing quickly, I brought something which will help me to explain certain things in a shorter time. So I'll start with the demo. The topic is COVID in 2021, how to deal with it. To deal with the COVID, you just have to ask yourself only one question. And what is that question? If you see this banana, you will know the question. You have to find the answer. I could not find in last 1 year, although I have seen more than 50,000 patients so-called suffering from COVID-19. So whatever you have heard till now about COVID-19 from the mainstream media or whoever, with keeping your mind open, try to understand it once again. Today, on 26th of January, Republic Day, right? Just think about 1 year back. 1 year back, at the same time, it was just in the newspaper, just something is happening in Wuhan. We were not concerned and worried about it. Just like a movie, we were seeing some clips in the television. So that's what was seen, right? So that was the first introduction. It's like a trailer of a new blockbuster movie which comes. Before the movie comes, a teaser comes. So that was a teaser which you were seeing on the screen. That was your television screen or newspaper, right? So that's how it started. So now, have an impression once again. So this, to make you understand what is COVID, assuming that you have a complete open mind. Now, this is a banana, and I have something to cut. Thank you, sir. So I'm cutting the banana, and you are not able to see on the, because it is down. I don't want to see, want you to see while I'm cutting the banana. Now I could cut it in pieces, and I will show the pieces to you. So on the screen, I am sure that you are able to see the pieces. So now, and I have used any one of these, this to cut it. So can you tell me, out of this, which one I have used to cut this banana? Can you say, tell me, right? These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which one has cut this banana? You cannot tell me because all of them look same, and whichever I use, it will cut in the same fashion. Nobody in the world can say which of this stick I have used to cut the banana. Only Dr. Hyderabad or Dr. Vijay Kumar can say, because they were just sitting right here, and while I was cutting it, they were watching it. So that is, they can see it, but you cannot see, you cannot tell because you could not see it. So now, like this, when infection happens in the upper respiratory tract, right? So that is called upper respiratory tract infection, which is called influenza-like illness, which is called flu. When you cough, when you cold, then what happens? Like these stick, one of the stick is responsible for cutting inside your upper respiratory tract, causing infection. And those which are there inside, they can be rhinovirus, they can be coronavirus, they can be adenovirus, they can be influenza virus, they can be H1N1. All of them causes infection exactly in the same way. In the same way, like all the stick will cut the banana exactly in the same way, right? If you have not seen which one I used, you cannot tell, nobody can tell in the world. So now, a patient with cough and cold, he present to the doctor, and doctor suspect that he is a COVID patient, so he goes for a test. And in the test, he says it is COVID positive. This means SARS-CoV-2 virus is there in the respiratory tract. The virus is there in the respiratory tract, but how we are sure that this virus is responsible to cut the and make the infection, right? The test only say, even if the test is 100% perfect, that this virus is there in the respiratory tract. But did we test for other viruses also, which are the normal resident of your respiratory tract? Normally, at this time also, while I am speaking to you, there is a great chances that COVID virus may be staying here, right? Adenovirus also simultaneously staying here. Influenza virus is also here, because that is their residents, right? And they stay here. Sometimes some of them become naughty, and that causes cough and cold, that causes flu, but then our immune system are super guard, they are security people, they take care of it, right? So by testing, one can only say, yes, this virus is present. But at that moment, did we test for H1N1? Did we test for influenza virus? Did we test for adenovirus? No. That test we have stopped, we did not. Had we had those tests, they would have been also come positive. So only testing can say that this virus is the witness there, right? Even if it is there, it is a witness. But this has caused that problem, there is no proof. If there is some proof, I invite any of you, bring the proof that this virus has caused the pneumonia and rest of the virus did not. There is no proof at all. So it is saying that COVID-19 or SARS-CoV-2 is a new virus, right? On 4th of January 2020, it is said a new virus has come in the world, but they did not give any proof. They did not give any proof. If you have any proof, anybody, right? So show me the proof. There is no proof, right? So with modern medicine is called evidence-based. If it is evidence-based, then where is the evidence? There is no evidence. If there is evidence, so where is it? Right? Somebody coming on the screen saying one thing 10 times, 20 times, 30 times, 100 times, right? Louder and louder does not mean that the thing will become truth automatically. Thing will become truth only when we show some evidence. And I can tell you, right, there is no evidence as of now that this is a, thank you sir, thank you. This is a new virus. So to start with that we are having a new virus in the world, somebody is saying, who is that person? That is not a god. It is one man, one human. Organization, say WHO, one day announced there is a new virus coming. But they should have given some supporting evidence, right? Unfortunately, there is no evidence for it, right? There is no evidence to prove it is a new virus. This virus might have been there since last several years, right? But now they might have devised some method to detect it, right? For example, like your own society where you stay, right? Your residence where you stay, the society. There are several dogs which also stay. It is a residence for those dogs as well, right? But you never pay attention how many dogs are there, what are the color of the dog. Maybe sometime you know there is one black dog to four or five brown colored dog. You have a rough idea, right? But someday when you carefully decide that I will check that how many and what color dog, what size dog are there in my colony, then you may discover, oh, there is a white dog also. But that is a discovery. That does not mean that dog is born that day only, right? So saying that a new virus is there, so without giving any proof, right? This means the virus may not be new. That is the one thing. Now the two more things. People say if it was existing before also, then why so many people are coming COVID positive now? Because now so many tests are being conducted, right? In India, about 10 crore tests has done, and the false positive rate of this COVID-19 RT-PCR test is about 10%. For example, now say there are 100 people in this hall, and all of them are tested for COVID. On average, 10 people will come COVID positive, right? And you test again after some time, maybe at that time only 5 minutes, again 10 different people will come positive, and those who came positive, they will come negative. So this is a test which is not approved by anybody. Now you may think, you may say, how can I say all this without proof? I don't want to say anything without proof. So whatever I am saying, all I have collected and put in this book. And this book you can download freely by going to biswaroop.com/nice book, BOOK book. So when you go there, you will get the book, and when you go in the book, in the first chapter, this book and this book, two books, if you go, this is biswaroop.com/COVID-1981. You will get the evidence that this test is not approved by anybody. In fact, FDA US has said that we have not approved, and we cannot guarantee whether this test works or not. The manufacturer of the test or the inventor of the test, Kerry Mullis, nobody has said that this test is for COVID-19 or it can detect any virus for that matter. So it is as good as a dice which you play in a Ludo, right? You can imagine that when it comes 6, right? I can believe that he is a COVID positive. It is as accurate as that. So why so many COVID patients? They are not saying that so many COVID patients. They are saying cases. Cases are not patient. The first important rule: cases are not patient. You want to increase number of patients. If I want to prove that there are 1 lakh cases, I have to do 10 lakh tests. If you want to prove there is no cases, you don't do any test. So the first truth of COVID-19 is there. It is always in the headline, right, that today there are 1 lakh new cases. So that means into 10, today they have done 10 lakh tests. So someday, if you can tell me how many COVID cases, I can predict how many tests they have done. So that is a simple ratio. Any day the government want to prove there are say 2 lakh COVID cases discovered today. This means today they might have done about 20 lakh tests. So that is the truth of why so many cases. They are all healthy people. They are made to believe that you are sick because in the machine, in the RT-PCR test, it is coming out to be positive. But fortunately for me, when my people, my patient, they are healthy people, but I am calling them patient because that is how they believe. They come to me and they say, I am tested positive. What should I do? I say that you have to spend some money. You go for test 10 times and it will come negative, right? Maybe about 4 times come negative. You can choose that and show to your company, wherever you belong to, and then you start your working. Don't need not to worry. And this method has worked many times, all the time, and I've given all the evidence in the book, right? We have kept all the records. So whenever a patient comes to me without any symptom, but they are tested positive, my solution is you go for the test again, right? And they come out to be negative, and they're happily negative, right? If that negative make you happy, then you go for the test, right? So that is one thing. Now the last thing is why so many deaths in India? Say about 1.5 lakh people died, right? In the world, about 2 million people, 20 million people died. So why so many deaths? So the answer is every year, because of influenza, because of flu, every year about 5 lakh to 6 lakh people die. right? So all the data I'm giving you, the reference is there in the book, right? And this reference is not my reference, it is already standard WHO, CDC, FDA, yeah, Government of India, ICMR. So from there we have taken something which is acceptable to the world. So every year 5 lakh to 6.5 lakh people die. That is very common for last 10-year average of flu, of influenza-like illness. This year, how many people died of influenza-like illness, ILI? How many people died of flu? If you go to the data of US, if you go to the data UK, you'll be shocked or surprised to see this year 0 people died of flu. 0 people died of influenza-like illness. Why? Because those people are given a new name, COVID-19 death instead of flu death. And these things are with proof again in the book, right? So now coming to India, why so many people died? Why so large number of deaths? But when you say that you are a tall man, this means in your mind there is a picture of a shorter man. When you say you are a fat, this means there is a picture of a thin man. So when you say more death, this means previous year there has been lesser death because of this particular category of illness, and the category is influenza-like illness. Can you tell me how many people died in 2019 of influenza-like illness in India? Can you tell me that? You cannot, because here till 2019 government did not keep any data of how many people die of influenza-like illness. So when you do not have a data of the previous year, how you know these many deaths are more death or these are the deaths which happens every year? You cannot say, only with comparison. If I say I am a rich man, this means in my mind there is a comparison with somebody else, or my how much I earned the previous year in comparison to this year, right? This year I became richer. I can tell only when I know how much I earned the previous year. So I again challenge you that you try to ask someone, if you are influential, can you find a data how many people died of influenza-like illness in 2019 in India, or any year for that matter? I can tell you only for 1 year, it was 2017, because of pneumonia in Lancet, it was published again, the references are there. About 1.5 million people died of pneumonia in one particular year. And this year, how many people died of COVID-19? 1.5 lakh, right? So maybe the people who died of pneumonia, right, they got a name of COVID-19. This year, how many people died of pneumonia? 0 people died of pneumonia. So it is a good trick. The people who anyway die of pneumonia every year, say about 1.5 lakh in India, this year when they died, they given a new name, COVID-19, instead of calling them a pneumonia death. Oh, you don't believe me? Then again, I will refer to this book. Go to ICMR, you can Google it, or you can go to the reference. You write in the Google, ICMR, Indian Council of Medical Research, and you write how to report COVID-19 death. How to report COVID-19 death. And then in Government of India website will open, and in that website there will be one page. That page specifically I will show you, very very interesting page. It will open your eyes, and yeah, I don't know whether you can see it. It is page number 18 when you get this book, right? So a table will come. This table is directly from ICMR website, and this table says that when a person will die in India of any cause, die of electric shock, die of jumping from 10th floor of the building, die of accident, die of bullets, you have to do COVID test. And if it comes COVID positive, then the cause of death is COVID positive, COVID, not anything else. If a person die of 4th stage cancer, but he comes COVID positive, write COVID positive as a cause, not the cancer. Now, it is not what I am saying, it is what ICMR guideline is saying. So, if the person comes COVID negative, then also you write COVID death, if at the time of dying, he had a symptom of COVID. I have seen 50,000 patients, of flu patient, you can call it, influenza patient call it, or you can call COVID patient, whatever name you can give, in last few months, right? 50,000 patients. And I can tell you, for COVID-19, there is no special symptoms, right? Body ache, fever, cough and cold, headache, all are COVID symptoms, which are a normal symptom for any flu. Even no symptom is also a symptom, asymptomatic. So there is no special symptom. If at the time of dying, if somebody is having a breathing problem, oh, it is a COVID death. But anybody who will die, they must be having breathing problem. After all, breathing stops at the time of dying. So now you understand what is happening, and this means, to conclude here, wearing a mask or PPE kit looking like a joker, these are things to scare the people. Who is doing it, how it is doing it, that is something else. It is written in the book. I will not talk about it. You can go through it, right? And finally, when a flu patient, influenza patient comes to us, what we do so that the symptom goes away. That is the only important part. I'll take another 5 minutes to complete it. And that we have been doing for last 10 years already during my practice in Vietnam or India or Malaysia, wherever I have centers. So what we do, the moment any patient comes with a symptom is very important. Feverish or body ache or cough and cold or all of them together, right? The moment they come with those symptoms, we offer them 3-step flu diet. And the moment they do it, for 95% of the patients, within 3 days, all the symptom vanishes and he's free from the symptom, means he's free from the illness, right? So we do not differentiate between COVID patient, dengue patients, H1N1 patients, influenza patients. For us, it is a flu, right? And nobody can distinguish. If 2 people comes, one is a COVID positive with a symptom, one COVID negative but with a symptom. By looking at the patient, can any doctor in the world differentiate that which one is COVID patient? Nobody can. Right? And the COVID patient, if you do test 10 times, again they will come out negative right here, whereas all the symptoms are still there. So don't believe this. You have to upgrade your knowledge, right? And now the last 5 minutes, that is what we do. We give them 3-step flu diet with the people who comes with the flu. Right? We call it flu, we call it influenza-like illness. So what is that 3-step flu diet? This is something which you should learn, because flu is something which happens to everybody in the world every year. Whatever is your age, my age is say 48, this means in my life at least 45 times I have also conquered the flu. That's why I'm alive, that's why you're alive. So how to conquer the flu? Anyway, you rest, within few days we recover. That's what we did in last several years. But if you want to cure it very fast, then you can take 3-step flu diet. The 3-step flu diet is very simple, and I will just show you through one poster, and so that you understand it and easily. And one poster. Yes. Yeah. Thank you, sir. So now this is the poster. If you can make it closer. 3-step flu diet. What is this 3-step flu diet? The moment you have the first sign of flu, means you are feeling feverish, even if it is not a fever. You start with the first day. Day 1 is body weight divided by 10. Let's say the patient's body weight is 60 kg divided by 10, that becomes 6. 6 glass of coconut water in the whole day and 6 glass of citrus fruit juice in the whole day. Right? This means 12 glass he has to consume, and 300 ml glass or 400 ml glass, big glass, and freshly squeezed juice and with lot of fiber. Nothing to eat, nothing to drink, except these two. Water one can drink. This is what the first day. By first day, I have seen for most of the patient, within 24 hours, their fever at least come in control, 100 and 101, something like this. It do not give discomfort. The first step. Second day diet, it is called the fluid diet, solid and liquid in between. Your body weight divided by 20. Body weight is 60 by 20, that becomes 3. 3 glass. One more thing, body weight into 5. Body weight, let's say 60 kg man into 5, 300, make it gram. 300 gram cucumber and tomato. Together 300 gram. This is the diet for day 2. By day 2 end, the person is comfortable. For most of them, temperature is not there. Day 3 morning, last day, that is weight by 30. Body weight is 60 kg divided by 30, that becomes 2. 2 glass coconut water and 2 glass citrus fruit juice by 12 noon. Lunch will be same as yesterday, 300 gram cucumber and tomato. By dinner, the person's symptom is gone. So dinner, he can have vegetarian cooked food, and 4th day he can go for work. This is what we have been doing, and by doing so, we cured 50,000 patients in the month since COVID so-called pandemic was announced. And and without a single death, and nobody has come to us again saying that some symptom or some new kind of sickness has come, as they many thousands of lakhs of people have reported when they went for WHO protocol kind of treatment. So this is what we have been doing for last several years, and this year also I did not do anything new. The same thing we followed, and this means there is nothing new. So my message is that if you want to how the COVID pandemic in 2020, thank you. This COVID pandemic in 2021, what to do? Only one thing you do, and the pandemic will end. Stop reading the newspaper and stop watching the mainstream media. The day you do that, COVID pandemic will vanish from your life. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, very good lecture, sir. It's very excellent, sir. The knowledge you exposed regarding the COVID-19 definitely go in a long way to curtail the death of COVID patients. Now, before we start the program, virtually we should have maintained the 2-minute silence. So I request everybody to just maintain 2-minute silence for the those people are died because of the COVID-19. Sir, we'll observe just 2 minutes silence. Just pay respect to the COVID victims who died due to COVID-19, sir. 2 minutes. Thank you, sir. Now, our next speaker is my friend G.P. Karao, and chairman of the managing director of the private research. Before he speaks, I request Mohan Raj to just say a few words about our private research chairman. Hello, Mohan Raj, you are on the line? Are you on the line? Mohan Raj, please come on the line. Sir, Mohan Raj Garu.
Hello, coming.
Yeah.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah. Please unmute yourself.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we are hearing.
Yes. Able to hear. Hello.
First introduce yourself.
Yes, we are able to hear.
Yeah, introduce yourself.
Yeah, I am coming. Good afternoon to everyone, all the VIPs on the guests. I have been told to speak about Dr. G.B.K. Rao. Before that, I wanted to wish everyone the happy 72nd Happy Republic Day to everyone. So, and now it's a good topic which I think is being debated, is being talked about, and it's the need of the hour. So I compliment the Mr. Murli Manohar on this occasion. So now about Dr. G.B.K. Rao. It's my pleasure to introduce Dr. G.B.K. Rao, who happens to be my classmate also, engineering classmate. So I begin with Dr. G.B.K. Rao, Chairman and Managing Director of Pragati Green Meadows and Resorts Limited, has been making waves across the globe for his relentless efforts of maintaining the balance of nature. The engineer turned environmentalist is the architect of Pragati Biodiversity Knowledge Park and founder, Chairman and Managing Director of Pragati Group. He was born in an agricultural family at Repalle, Guntur district, Andhra Pradesh, India. Having extensive knowledge of traditional farming, Dr. Rao started showing his entrepreneurial skills soon after graduating from Usmania University, when he started MEC Fab Engineering works in 1980 at Pimpri, Pune, for manufacturing high-tech equipment. His reflective thinking paved the way for the inception of Pragati Green Meadows and Resorts in the year 1994. Dr. Rao is now a tall figure in matters pertaining to India's environment and biodiversity, Vedic living and Rishi Sanskriti, natural farming, sacred vanams, biopharma, reduce, reuse, recycle, yoga and meditation, naturopathy and spa gardening, and landscaping and creation of mosquito-free spaces. He has developed Pragati by converting a barren limestone quarry into a wonderful green belt that is spread across 2,500 acres of land. This area has more than 3.5 million herbal, medicinal, aromatic mother plants. Dr. Rao's Pragati has won over 300 state, national, and international awards, including the highest recognition called Oscars of Global Business. His efforts are also recognized by the United Nations. Now I request Dr. J.B.K. Rao to take over. Thank you.
Give his speech about the COVID-19 pandemic, or how we can combat this into dreadful disease in 2021. Now a new type of disease also erupting. All you know, that's got COVID-19 in UK. That is, seems to be very serious than this one.
Good evening. Today, after hearing the Dr. Vishwarup Roy Chaudhary, doctor, no fear. There is no fear of any, like a flu. It is just as a flu, he says. But it's created the whole world terrors. Even today, the business is lost. Everything, today paralyzed. No economy. And DGP is the growth rate is a minus. Now is the time to make sure that we are all very, very positive, in the sense the positive virus is not there. It is just flu. It is just ordinary thing. That's why the Pragati is the one which is done 1993, 94. The environment, even the flu or the mosquitoes or viruses, you call, the flu is virus. To eradicate that, Uksho Rakshita Rakshitaha Go Samrakshana. And we have Pragati resorts, 54 marriages took place in this last 5 months. Another 35 rooms fully booked 10 days, 15 days a month. 3-4 people. Why? Why there is no symptom of what you call so virus? And people are coming and going, and this is only because is apavitraha pavitro va sarvavastanga topiva esmaret pundarikaksha sabhyanta sucihi sucihi sucihi. That is a purity. The purity, the Vayumandal, that is earth, soil, that is, if you are pure, yes. And next the water, air, these three, if they make it pure, is only through plantation. That too, our Indian Vedic culture, those plants which are being used day to day for mosquito free, like this type of 98 only we said the Pragati is free from bad bacteria, viruses, and also the mosquitoes. It's been proven. So unless we, instead of concrete jungles, let's make it as everything as like a garden cities, is the only answer. The type of plants which we are talking about, boost your immunity natural way. Dr. Kadarvalli ji has given such a important 7 plants, which every 4 days, for each one is 4 days you have a kashayam. Kashayam means nothing but just a few leaves, put it in hot water, boil it in the water, and just filter it. 2 minutes you keep, that is with a lid. That is a type of plants what is being given is whole world is using these plants, which is one first one is that is called Tinospora, which is called Tinospora, nothing but Tippatiga. This has got immunity such a level. The whole world is using this Tinospora, the powder, as for immunity. And Vepa means neem. That is all we have seen. Ganuga, the Ravi, the king of the tree, that is a religious people tree. Sadapaku, that is the type of plants what we are, the record sake, we are given all the plants names, botanical name, Sanskrit name, and Pungamania, that is all. These, if you take planting in your backyard, like in the kitchen what we have spices box, similar, these plants required for every house, every colony, every park, if you can do this, simply no diseases. That is what we have proven since 1998 at Pragati Resorts, which is, please, March. Scroll it. So, the next, continue please. These are all, for record point of view, I put all the plants which are very important, which can be used as a, like kashayams, means that is like a herbal tea. Next please. Next. This is the one, see, Artemisia vulgaris. This Artemisia vulgaris is, we call that the Ganapati, we offer that Machi Patram Samarpayami. This Machi Patram, if you see in the whole world, for sterilizing your knife for the operation or for the tissue culture lab, we need this knife in the flame and also put in the alcohol, then they start. But all over the world, since 3,000 years, if you see, that knife, they touch that plant leaf and it sterilizes. Such important plant, which is Artemis, means that is the name of the Greek god name. And this is the one which your first indication that flu, which your inhaling problem, which is first it affects. This is the Kashayam, which if we take, we did for at least for more than 8,500 people, they have been removed. Maybe it is a positive. People who got with the positive, we give this. This is the lavender Machupatri. This is the one where the ventilator system comes. That is the time which is more powerful, which it can be used as a kashayam. Next, please. This is the one Jul Machpatri, we call that is whole plant can be used. Artemis abrotam. This is the one which is Jul Machpatri, like hair growing. That is being used, but this is for virus, such an important plant. When you are able to, when you are, smell, you are losing a smell. When you lose the smell, when you lose the hearing, when you lose the sights, these are all things is the old age symptoms, which it brings in the, what you call that pneumonia or flu, such things. When it comes to, we call, this is the one which is a powerful, we can use, this is being used in the whole world. It's not that only in India. But we don't recognize our own plants, which are very important plants. These are the products which we are doing. Next, please. Next. For particular COVID, this is the one, Amrita Dhara. The three plants which we use for the, this is just inhaling. Just inhale. All this nitric acid, whatever such things, people use chemical. But this is the fresh leaves. That is what we have brought, three types of the plants, which is just in the liquid form. 2 drops, you put 2 drops, it just remove that nozzle, that throat, whatever infections are there. Next, please. This is the test what we have proven this product, which ingredients you can see. This is next, please. Next. The one time, just morning, before breakfast, before lunch, before dinner, 3 times is a COVID positive, or otherwise the other people just one time before breakfast. This is the patola. This is the kashayam. It's been used since 15 years. We are using this. 15 years. For those days, the flu is nothing. Flu. Those things only is for COVID-19 also been. Yes. Next, please. This is the one, immunomodulators. This is the amla. Look at the amla and look at the, that is ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is being used all over the world. Is Peruleni jabbiki penneru gadda vadandi. Telugu, that's Samita. Peruleni jabbiki penneru gadda vadandi. If you don't know the name of the disease, use this plant. This is root is very powerful. Even the leaf they use it. And the other thing is Tepatika, that is Guduchi. Guduchi is Amrutavalli. This what I am talking about, this Amrutavalli is being mentioned in Adharno Veda about this plant which should use for immunity. Next, please. These are all, see, Bathakama. We do festival Bathakama. These flowers, each flower has a highly medicinal value. These are the things where the person who is dying can be used this as a kashayam and he will get up. That is, but today's the government, they are giving this as a plastic flowers and distributing 200 ton, 300 ton house to house. This is the one, first this is cassia, which is Tangedu. Tangedu is the one which is used commonly for the clearing our stomach, indigestion and all. This is the best thing to use. Next, please. This is the one which is more gunugu. Is a immunity, the best immunity. These are all, I given a lot of information because the time factor, I don't want to take more time, just skipping. This is the one which is Bathakama, we use this Banti, is even gangrene. This is being used. And simple things we don't even bother to look at our own plants where it is available. This is again Gaddi Chamanti. Next, please. Look at this. Chandrakanta. These are all available everywhere. This is not something special. This is Chamanti. Please, next. This is the globe amaranth, which is very powerful for your see how many benefits are there, usages are there. But we don't consider that like this is the mosquito repellent plants. These are all mosquito repellent plants. These most of the diseases we are getting this mosquito bite. These plants, we don't have mosquito in the Pragati resorts since 1998, and still we are not following what we are supposed to. This is the Amrit Aharam, which these are all the Dr. Kadarwalli is the right man to talk about it. He only introduced this Amritahar. What is Amritahar? From rice, wheat to millets, from Kattiganulu, from these refined oils, and sugarcane to that palm jaggery, and coffee tea to our kashayams. These four are the things which we conduct a program. His daughter, Dr. Sarala, she conducts the program 3 days, 5 days. Such programs are there continuously every month, 3 days in Pragati resorts, and talking about each millet, how can you use the millet as a recipe like idli, vada, whatever you use from the rice or wheat, the similar, you can do all type of recipes. Next, please. Next. They're all millets. Go ahead. Each millet, how much? This is the one where we have lost our, Sanatana Dharma, you call. That in the kitchen, what things to be used? So we all aluminum, which is a poisonous, plastics, which is a poisonous. These are the things where we are, unless we change our system of keeping our kitchen. Kitchen is the ultimate place for to say that these are the wood materials look at the cutting of our any vegetables, that is the one which is Dirshina. That is the plant which, it removes the poisonous. Whatever poisonous comes into the vegetables, all that is, it kills that and whatever before. See, even for bullocks, what use that wood, that is called vaddi. Vaddi means is antiseptic. That is only to be used. We cannot use even for the spoons or tedlu antam, itla chapati rollers antam. Ivanni kuda what wood to be used, that is more important. Like olden days, we see that villages they drink water. It comes from the canals with the bad bacteria, virus, all this, that they used to keep the 2 sticks in center of the water, that is a lake or a pond. One is Acacia catachu, another is Acacia catachu means Chandra, which is in Hindi is called Khadira, and the second is Amla. These 2 sticks, once you put in the water, that purifies. That is the way of doing. That is Mangala Kujagraha, we call Chandra. That is the one which you use for buttermilking, from curd to buttermilk, and also the buttermilking, that kavam, we call kavam, and also rokali, which is for removing the husk or powder making. Then pachad banda. All this is from Chandra, which one example, if we say for Mangala Kujagraha, that much important. So time, any 2 minutes time, Mr. Manohar? Thank you. Right. This record is there because this. Thank you. This leaves as a dining plates. You see that the type of leaves, the way our nature is created. If you take Modiga, that is one which is very important, and the second is Addaku. Addaku is another powerful, whatever ingredients, that is called nanotechnology. You put the hot things, whatever things are there, you take from that leaf what ingredients are there, in the nanoparticle we consume. Even banana leaf, these leaves, even for cooking, steam cooking, the type of leaves we used to do that. Next please. This is a look at the water requirement from millets. They're like rice and wheat required 8,000 to 12,000 liters, whereas our millets only 300 liters, that too rain fed. And your sugar cane, 27,000 liters required, whereas your palm jaggery is only 300. It doesn't need water, but still that is glucose, this is fructose, which is curing your diabetes, whereas that gives the diabetes. So next, like that, each one, look at the other meat. Meat is 50,000 liters required for 1 kg to meat to come on the platform. So next please. The trees per person, this is the one, that is, you keep that, earlier on. This is where the pity we should know. This is 2012, the United Nations EP has established that, what are the plants per head. In Canada, 8,953 plants per head, whereas that Russia is 4,461 plants per head, or United States 716, China is 102, and we call India is, we pray, 28 plants per head, 2012. And every day we are cutting the trees, and that's why this is the all types of environment problems which is creating water pollution, air pollution, soil pollution. So naturally we get that. See, please. This is Pragati. Pragati. Right. This is know the value of the tree. This is what people should know, the value of the tree. 55 years old, 461 lakhs, that is when it was $60 rupees 12 paise, 461.66 lakhs. And other than flowers, wood, so much, This is the value of the tree. If you don't understand, don't bring it to the people. Just road widening, how many trees we have cut, more than 100 years old trees. We don't know what we are going to future. Next, please. Yeah, this is poverty. There are two things for the whole world. One is hunger, another is environment pollution. To arrest that, this is nothing but go. These two only is the answer for the next, please. So, thank you very much. It is my pleasure to so kind, nice of you, everyone sitting here on the dais. This the record is there. One can just study. That is. Thank you very much, Dr. Garu. You are so kind of you. So kind of.
Sir, really, Dr. G.P. Garu, you have proved yourself that you are a genius. One word we can say that Dr. G.P. Garu. Hello. One word we can say about Dr. G.P. Garu. He has proved himself as a genius. If a time is given, he should take the floor. But now with the limited time, whatever he has really given a golden words. Now I request. Yes, splendid, genius. I said only one word. I want only. Yes, yeah. Don't say splendor sprite. Yes, sir. Yes, I have taken purchase from a barren land from the government in Chilkuru. But now you see, it has converted into a very good environment, pleasant environment. Tundal Guda Gudul Vetan Padarashamata. So Dani convert chesadu. Is also advised to the BR government. And Chapko Bote Okadigadu, really a genius and Okawada Michapeshan. So very pleasure to have him today for this program. Before that, now I invite one more our Madam, Dr. Vasdarani, Principal, Dental College, to come out to the dais and occupy chair. Is a Pananiya Mahavidyalaya Public School Principal, Dr. Vasdarani. Please come. Please occupy the chair at the. Okay, 15 minutes. We are happy that my mentor, my Guru, Justice Chandra Yagar Sahab, will be coming within 15 minutes. He is held up with the one program. They are not leaving him. Actually, he is supposed to come by 4 o'clock. Now, he 2 times he telephoned that, sorry, I am getting late. He said within 15 minutes he will come. Meanwhile, we will proceed with the programs and request my colleague, Dayakar Dasoji, to briefly introduce about our another great person, great scientist in India. In one word we can say. Dasoji Pravakar, please say a few words about our scientist. Thank you. Hyderabad, sir.
హలో స్టేజ్ ఉన్న పెద్దలకు నా నమస్కారాలు. Myself, my name is Dayakar Dasoju. I am treasurer of Lions Club of Suncity, and it's a great pleasure to introduce Dr. Kadar Ali Garu, the well-known personality, internationally well-known personality. Dr. Kadar Ali Garu is a native of Poddutur town, Kadapa district, Andhra Pradesh. He has been working relentlessly in reviving Siridhanya, also known as positive millets, for nearly 20 years. After having completed a master in positive millets for science with a specialization in education from the Regional Institute of Education, Mysore. He went on to get his PhD from the Indian Institute of Science, Bengaluru. For his work involving steroids, he married his classmate Usha Garu, and he pursued his postdoctoral search fellowship in environmental science from Beaverton, Oregon in USA. His research involved deactivating deadly chemical substances such as dioxin at a time when food was being rapidly commercialized. And may I request to Dr. Kadar Ali Garu to take up.
యాక్చువల్లీ నాకు మైక్ ఇస్తే నేను అలా తిరుగుతూ మాట్లాడతాను. పర్లేదు, దిస్ ఫైన్, దిస్ ఫైన్. నాకు కొద్దిగా ఫ్రీగా ఉండాలి. థ్యాంక్ యూ. ఎస్ సార్, నో ప్రాబ్లం. You all have heard two different approaches to deal with this COVID-19 in 2021. One is very clear and very specific and a quick way to get out of it. And I personally believe the citrus and coconut water. Actually, this citrus and coconut water treatment has been actually suggested by one great chemist by name Linus Pauling. He actually had 2 Nobel Prizes, one for chemical bonding and another for Nobel Peace Prize also. But then his work has been actually delegated to corners of history because it doesn't suit pharmaceutical companies' interests. As simple as that. Vitamin C, a lemonade. We have identified in the last 25 years there are 3 aspects for any person to be healthy and to be with strong immunity. Vitamin C, vitamin B, vitamin D. Very simple. These 3 major keystone aspects of human life is taken care of. There is no need for any panic or any fear for anyone on this planet. That is, if you maintain good microbial gut microbes which will clear your vitamin B business. And everyone gets up in the morning and with all due respect give 2 namaskaras to our sun, your vitamin D business is finished. And the only thing that is left, vitamin C, and that is all the kata things, sour things, be it mango, be it lemon, be it tomato, be it gooseberry, be it avocado in Mexico. There are wonderful kata things given by God in each and every nook and corner of this planet. And this aspect of vitamin C has been touched upon by many great scientists, but then these pharmaceutical companies and the so-called allopathic doctors, please with all due respects to all the doctors in the world, we all have to identify and tell the patients, do these 3 things. And I challenge anyone on this planet, do these 3 things. There are no infections for you. No infections. And there will be viruses, there will be bacteria. We have been with them for time immemorial. There is nothing new, nothing bad, some mutations here and there. And, camera, okay. All these things we have been in trying to make pharmaceutical companies further themselves, creating all bogus information. I call it bogus information because what they are saying is not untrue, but they are using it for a particular agenda. That's what I call it, bogus information. There is corona, there is H1N1, there is H5N1, and there will be many more strains that will be developed because of our artificially making food. Many animals are produced artificially on this planet now, besides the natural ones. Like there are now 10 billion pigs which are actually artificially being produced on a daily basis, like 3 months they have to put on 300 kilos, in 6 months 700 kilos buys, all these cows are being produced. And with what? With all the steroid injections and all artificial feeds, antibiotics. So what happens? There is immunity loss of these animals and they create all kinds of viruses, but they cannot create a new thing. They can only mutate things. No one can create new things. It's all in nature. You only change a little bit here and there. And that's what is happening. So everywhere they say, oh, this is a new one. We have, what new one? Dr. Bishwarup clearly demonstrated very clearly that no one knows what is what. That simple demonstration, I really appreciate that. So you cannot figure out 5. How can you figure out 50 million kinds of different varieties of strains and things like that? So our approach to this chasing vaccines, chasing viruses is the most unscientific thing that you can think of. So instead of making yourself immune strong, you are going on creating one after the other vaccines. Now, as these people claim themselves, there are already now 100 strains. Even if you create one vaccine for 10 strains, you need 10 vaccines for this just simple corona. So no other work. As soon as the baby is born, one after the other vaccines you go on injecting. What kind of science we are talking about? What kind of nonsense we are talking about? So the best options you have is to make yourself immune strong. I'm not particularly worried about corona. There may be a virus which is more pathogenic to the human race coming in the future. So I don't care whether it is corona or corona number 2, corona 100. It doesn't matter. It hardly bad. That's the most important thing. In fact, the coconut water that Bishwarup has been using for last 10 years is very good because of the fructose. It's not glucose based. If you feed a sick fellow glucose, he will become more sick. Wrong ones. And that is the advantage. You have coconut, toddy palm, fishtail palm, all these natural fructose based plants give you the sweet, wonderful liquid. And that is why coconut water and lemon juice will cure any kind of these stupid things. So I am glad there are certain simple things that can protect human race. 2021 COVID-19 or 2038 COVID-19, 2048 COVID-19, it hardly matters. You need only this much. And the medical fraternity has to simply leave their whatever you call greed or I don't know what it is. It is very simple. Let's not scare people. Let's not do this damage to the developing countries who are struggling to find their feet. And now you get this so-called pandemic. It looks like a pandemic. We need to come out of this hypocritic way of doing things. Let's be scientists. Let us speak the truth. Simple truth. There is no virus. We have been living with lots of viruses. And it is the loss of immunity that gives you in. They are not really dangerous. It's we who have become weak. That's all there is. Nothing more to it. And in the last 15 years or 20 years or so, we have actually had wonderful opportunities to find the nature's way of dealing with these kinds of issues. And we have figured out if your food is right, basically there is no need for any medicine. All this so-called, I'm now going little bit out of the caveat of this COVID-19 and 2021. But we don't need to actually worry about many diseases that the human race is struggling with, saying that they are all incurable. Like diabetes is incurable, BP is incurable, thyroid is incurable, autism, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, the list goes on and on and on. Actually, it's all our ignorance of what we are consuming. The food that we are consuming has become industrialized, and we are slowly losing the strength to hold and to fight and to protect ourselves from all these diseases. Be it chronic, be it infectious. It is the strength of your body, strength of your mind, strength of your immunity, strength of your bones, strength of your blood. All this, funnily, God has given us wonderful opportunity. It replenishes itself by itself. So if you are already sick, the next generation of the cells, new cells, can become healthy. And that is the principle we need to use, and that's where the right food comes into picture. So it doesn't matter whether you are cancerous, whether you are diabetic, whether you are thyroid patient, all these things can be eliminated in a matter of year or two if you follow the right food practices. And that is the basis on which we have worked in the last 15-20 years. So use the natural biodiversity that is available in your local area and come up with beautiful decoctions, and we call it in our language kashaya. And it so happens kashaya also rhymes with kashaya, that is the ochre color of the sun god, which gives you vitamin D. So everything is in place and everything is very simple, straightforward. Why are we going around and round and round? As far as I am concerned, it is very simple, and if we can manage to communicate to all the human race on this planet, I believe in a matter of 5 to 10 years we can close down almost all the hospitals. Very simple. You may need few. It doesn't matter. How does it matter? Whether I am sunshine or... Sunshine is in real sunshine. The real sunshine is what I am asking for. Yeah. So, yeah, I am in sunshine, I am talking about sunshine. That's it. So, it doesn't matter where you are, and we all need, and we owe this to the human race in the coming future generations. We don't need to have hospitals. We need to have wellness centers. We need to create wellness, not deal with illness. So, let's eliminate the illness and create wellness by simply following natural pathways, natural means of living. We have come away very far away, as Dr. G.B.K. Rao has so beautifully demonstrated, and living the future. Actually, he is living the future. Here is a visionary who is living a future for the human race. And that's the kind of place that the human race has to build everywhere. You are living with the fauna and flora of your local areas. No, not even God can touch you. Not even God can give you the disease, because you are with God. Nature is the God. So, being with God is what everyone should strive for, and that is natural way of living. So, respect nature. Each and every microbe, virus, bacteria, fungus, small plants, small animals, everything is sacred. We need to take care of them. Instead, we are killing everything that is around. And that's why we are in this trouble. That's why we are in this trouble. So, do the least damage to the natural resources and continue to live on this planet, and that is the only way you can be healthy. There is no other means and methods. So, conserving culture of our Sanatana Dharma has clearly laid the path. It's not that I am speaking in the last 15-20 years I have found or discovered something. It is just following these great principles that our sadhus and rishis have taught so eloquently and so freely. Sadly, we are now trying to sell the intellectuality of humans. బుద్ధితనాన్ని అమ్ముకునే బుద్ధిమాంద్యం వచ్చింది మానవ జాతికి. In the name of Western thought process, intellectually property rights, patent culture. What nonsense? Isn't it nonsense? Is it yours? The thought itself is not yours. It's God's grace that you get thoughts. It's God's grace you sleep in the night. It's God's grace you wake up. It's God's grace you get sleep. So let's remind ourselves every minute that the fact that you are breathing means you are blessed. So let's not do unwanted things, unnatural things, and claim that you are doing something. Just let's follow the nature, follow the principles, be a student of nature. And I am actually glad to be associated or just to sit nearby such a great person. And it's not a small joke to create a place where you have all these wonderful plants and creepers, and it's just a pleasure to be in that place. Even if he doesn't invite me, I just go to his place. You don't need to eat anything. You just stay around, walk around. You see the smell, you see the flavor, you see the fragrance. Wonderful. That's what a forest can give you. And that's how we should live. Create all wonderful things around you, not these concrete jungles. The jungles and hospitals will not, these concrete jungles and hospitals will not give you health. They will only give you psychotic fear, nothing else. In fact, you ask anyone who walks into hospital, and when he is walking out, how are you? He says he is scared. That's the only word everyone walks out with. If it is something healing, then a patient should be willing to visit that place. This is the essence of creating wellness and managing the illness. So let's all work for wellness for the coming future generations, and it is as simple as knowing your food, knowing your environment, knowing your water, knowing the earth. So I just don't want to miss this opportunity to tell all the public that if you grow the food right, then you don't need hospitals. And that's why we need to encourage all the farmers that do not use chemicals to grow food. And that is the only path for future generations to live healthy. So let's abandon this industrial food culture propagated by these Western companies, and let's get back to our roots, literally to the roots. When we say roots, there is one simple plant called nannar, the root. You just go to Pragati, they will give you the decoction of that nannar. It will just remove all your restlessness in a matter of 5 minutes. That's all. However restless you are, you fought with your wife, you fought with your boss, whatever. Just drink this nannari decoction or sharbat. 5 minutes, I will challenge, I will bet. If you don't feel calmness, come back to me. Yeah, I don't want to. So there are like this wonderful natural things. So let's all, in the future, the so-called doctors talk about these kinds of things rather than talking about vaccines, talking about MRI, talking about operations, talking about removing your gallbladder, removing this, removing that. Instead, restoring the damaged things naturally should be the path forward for the human race. Thank you all for giving me this opportunity, sir. All great people, and I am so glad that Murali Manohar, sir. Actually, I wasn't free today, but he managed to somehow get me here, convinced here and there, and so.
Hello.
Yes.
I'm
So
targeting.
thank you so much, sir. And
Sir.
I also should thank another person incognito, our great Sam Sundar Reddy. He has not our secretary of your. Yes, yes. So I appreciate, and lot of good work is going on, and I'm happy to be involved with all these wonderful people. And let's really work these things out, because we are grappling in darkness and there is light always at the end of the tunnel. And God's grace, we have been able to figure that out, and let's take this forward into the future for the next generations to be fearless and live a peaceful and joyful life. Thank you very much.
Sir, for a change, just I request our N. Krishna Kumar, engineer, to sing a song. Just for a moment. Very good song. N. Krishna Kumar, you are on the line. Just enlighten the public. We are gathering here.
ऐ मेरे वतन के लोगों, जरा आँख में भर लो पानी, जो शहीद हुए हैं उनकी जरा याद करो कुर्बानी। ऐ मेरे वतन के लोगों, तुम भूल न जाना उनको, ये शुभ दिन है हम सबका, लहरा लो तिरंगा प्यारा, पर मत भूलो सीमा पर वीरों ने प्राण गवाया, उन्हें भी कर लो जो लौट के घर ना आए। ऐ मेरे वतन के लोगों, जरा आँख में भर लो पानी, जो शहीद हुए हैं उनकी जरा याद करो कुर्बानी। तुम भूल न जाओ उनको, इसलिए सुनो ये कहानी, जो शहीद हुए हैं उनकी जरा याद करो कुर्बानी। जब घायल हुआ हिमालय, खतरे में पड़े आजादी, जब तक सांस लड़े वो, जब तक थी सांस लड़े वो, फिर अपनी लाश बिछा दी। संगीन पे डर कर माता सो गई अमर बलिदानी, जो शहीद हुए हैं उनकी जरा याद करो कुर्बानी। तुम भूल न जाओ उनको, इसलिए ये कहानी, जो शहीद हुए हैं उनकी जरा याद करो कुर्बानी। जय हिंद, जय हिंद, जय हिंद की सेना, जय हिंद, जय हिंद, जय हिंद। Thank you, Murli Manohar, my classmate. I am thankful to you for giving me an opportunity to, on the occasion of Republic Day, to sing a patriotic song.
Thank you, Krishna Kumar. My classmate is my classmate. His father, a great professor in mathematics. I used to go to his house for learning mathematics. He used to spend, Saturday we used to go to learn mathematics, and Monday we used to return back. So, as a family friend, we can say. He's a very great professor in Suncity. He is popularly known as Narasimhachari. So, always we love him, his father and mother also. So, now our Dr. Avalab Sahab is eagerly waiting for the start, so our discussion to start. Just to deviate from things, people ask me, why you arrange this program? Was it necessary? It's all necessary. Everybody knows the pandemic is over. They're all meeting. But now, after the talk of our G.B. Kara Sahab, our Kadrawal Sahab, Dr. B. Swarupa Sahab, it is unfortunate those who are not attended. I definitely say that, in spite of my great deliberations, telling them about the subjects, I tell them one incident, my life incident. I was training manager at the Singareni College. I had arranged a world seminar on explosives. I used to have a good rapport with all the suppliers and all. With the KSM principal, V.K. Singh, we together planned. We are Singareni people, great managers and directors, they thought they are genius about in their mining field. One of the great person, I don't know the name, he says, no, cancel the program. All the people just started from America, from Australia, from other countries. They have reached Hyderabad. And we are trying to accommodate here and there. But one great gentleman said, cancel the program. I stood rock. I stood as a solid rock. Still I remember, faced the hurdles. After 3 days of deliverance, the same gentleman came to me, said, really wonderful job. They have learned many things. They are just a frog in the well. The information they are available in the world were not known to us. Once you blast, single blast, they know the soil conditions. What are the explosives input is going into the burning this thing, explosives and all. So it's saved in crores of rupees, millions of rupees to the company. It is eye opener even for the Coal India also. With the whatever the seismic graphs are developed and all, so they can detect what is the rock condition, what is the soil condition and all. Just like you say now, a lot of technologies come in MRI. Once MRI is taken, they say now this disease is there. Like that technology developed, but our people doesn't know. Once they are aware, become almost 40% of the explosive consumption brought down. Then say our chairman, very close to me, he says, now Murli Manohar, every time you come to Hyderabad, meet me, any executive trainee joins, any new person joins, invariably call me, and either to valedictory function or to the closing function. And really as a master, A.P.N. Sharma Garu, now is advisor to our Telangana Chief Minister, KCR Garu. So knowledge is very rich. Knowledge is power. That can be learned through great people like G.P. Karao, Kedarwal Saab, Bisro Chari. There are so many people in India. How India has developed. Susruta, great surgeon. Now, so many people from across the world come to India. They have taken manuscripts of the old literature. From that they have developed. Now they have become great. Now the constitution written by Dr. Ambedkar. Now they had a statue in the university there. Every year they celebrate greatly. But what we say, we ignore him, Dr. Ambedkar Sahib. He is such a genius person. So whatever the program is conducted, when two knowledgeable persons are coming to one platform, it is very great. Once we share at one dais, once we interact with things and all, really it goes like a backfire. It develops like anything. We can, for example, earlier in India, we used to have lot of childbirth, this thing. Government has taken a lot of efforts. Village doctors they have trained. They have village assistants they have trained. With that, you see the earlier 45% of the death rate was there in childbirth. Now, how is the position now? It is improved like anything, now the position now. So that is stage. That's why we humbly request our Kedarwal Sahib, Biswarap Sahib and G.P. Karao Sahib, really fortune movement for us at this hall, Sunshine Hall, to all this together. Now I request, I think we can have some coffee, be that another topic. You have a coffee, sir? Please have a coffee. For a few minutes you can take rest. So one more person said, why you are spending so much money? Is it necessary? All these things. You are lost in the recent rains, 20 lakhs like that. Is it necessary? I said, if you wipe out a tear from one person, that is the blessing. You do not go to the temple or masjid or church. You wipe out the tears of a single person. That is only a blessing what we receive. That is more than anything else. That what Father might teach me. So that what we follow. That is what required is for the world. So that way only we will develop. So we are very much fortunate to have these three people. You may find that very limited gathering, but really even one person learnt about your knowledge. It will goes like this thing, speed, rocket, then it's always, every development we say not say that Sir Kadal Sahib, he has limited gathering, kya hai, kya ho raha hai, nahi, aisa nahi. Already people, even 10 persons learned, that will go as a welfare, definitely a lot of improvement is there.
It will go in the whole world.
Yeah, now.
Yeah, your name is Murli.
Yes, sir. Yes, right. So we will have a coffee. We will have a coffee from sometime. Then we will talk about Dr. Awla Sahib. Within few minutes we will call you. Please have a coffee, sir. We can general chit talk. We can switch on the mics. Luckily, our Biswarap Sahib is my born place. Both are same place. With a few distance. Fake it. Huh?
So you have same pocket.
So have a coffee, sir.
You have your regimental coffee?
Yes.
We have it now.
You can go for
Dr. Awla Sahib, I want field Ostara, sir. Line like Ostara. Dr. Awla Garu. Kanji. Dr. Arapa sir, please come online sir. Unmute చేసుకోవాలి మీరు. అటు పోతుండే మైక్ దగ్గర అటు పోతుంది. అక్కడ కూర్చుంటే ఇదే ప్రాబ్లం.
Hello.
Sir, we are here. Unmute, sir. You are not unmuted. Sir, unmute. We are not hearing, sir. Voice is not there. Please unmute.
Hello.
Now it's okay, sir.
Hello.
Right, sir. Now it is again muted. Please unmute. Please unmute. Sir, we are not able to hear, sir.
Hello. 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 Hello? Hello? Hello, am I audible? Hello? Hello? హలో
ఎస్ యు ఆర్ ఆడిబుల్. వినపడుతుంది, మాట్లాడండి. మీరు మ్యూట్ లో ఉన్నారు. మ్యూట్ లో ఉన్నారు.
హలో. Hello?
Yes, sir. We are able to hear you.
Okay. It is a very good occasion for us. Mr. Murali has arranged today in account of the Republic Day, COVID-19 and after. I heard the talk by GBK Rao Garu, Pragati Resorts, and also Dr. Kadarvalli and another doctor, pulmonologist. They have given very good inputs because the immunity is an important in the body to combat any infection, either bacterial, viral, any other thing. And natural immunity boosters, they have spoken very well about the plants and also kashayam. So the people used to say, our house is a hospital, our kitchen is a medical store, and mother is a doctor. So all the things are available in the kitchen. We take care of that one. At the same time. COVID-19 perennial program, and we have to face another 1 or 2 years like this only, unless the immunity of the individuals are strong to combat the infection. It will persist. At the same time, in addition to the immunity boosters, the government of India has launched a vaccine program Covaxin and Covishield. Lakhs of people are taking this vaccine to boost the immunity at the same time to develop the resistance to the infection. So, in addition to taking these herbal medicines, so kashayam and other things, vaccines also to improve the antibodies in the body. So, I'm very happy to participate in this, and I congratulate Murali Mohan and Vijay Kumar Garu and Khadarvalli Garu and Rao Garu and the pulmonologists for giving this opportunity. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
హలో డాక్టర్ ఆలోప గారు సార్ చాలా మంచిగా మాట్లాడు సార్. రియల్లీ మీరు ప్రోగ్రామ్ జూమ్లో రావడం చాలా మాకు గర్వకారణం. గ్రేట్ ఇన్స్పిరేషన్ ఫర్ అస్. రియల్లీ వాట్ ఎవర్ యువర్ వర్డ్స్ స్పోకెన్ వెరీ గుడ్. సో నా రిక్వెస్ట్ ఫర్ నాగేశ్వరరావు గారు సైంటిస్ట్ టు జస్ట్ గివ్ హిస్ మెసేజ్.
First of all, I am very thankful for the beautiful presentation by Bisaro Sadri Garu, Khadarvalli Garu, G.P. Rao Garu in different aspects. One surprising thing, since COVID arises, I have attended at least 50 webinars about this. I am very happy for one thing. Today they have given a boost that you need not fear about the COVID-19. All the 3% talked about this one. One is nature, one is A and C and D vitamin, and one is banana. All are natural products. And one thing I want to know this. Because of fear complex, because of there is no knowledge for the persons, they were scared by the media. Can I say, with apologies to the medical department, medical mafia. With apologies what I am saying, from very beginning of the Wuhan and China, there is a research is going on since 20 years biological war. Whether it is a biological war or human war or kill. What Rai Chaudhary told me, I got it. The natural deaths of influenza, cancers are more than what COVID-19 has. In plant biology, it will be called as epidemic, and human biology, it is a pandemic. They are giving the treatment even after joining the hospitals also, the A, C, D vitamins, and Chyawanprash. Just which I take it since 20 years, I am taking Chyawanprash in the morning and evening. But the only thing is, here, accidentally, all are senior citizens. They were habituated, natural habitation is there among the senior citizens. We have taken the water without purification. We have taken the raw materials, vegetable, all things. And even non-vegetarian habitants also, they used to take for once in a while or once in a week. Now it is a fashion. And our Raugari is saying that so many old techniques, danchatam, vanchatam, cheyatam, that is an exercise. There is no need to walk for 100 kilometers. I am a deputy governor, walkers also. Why I am saying is, we have changed from our natural habits. That's why we lost our immunity. Even the present generation, even if you'll say this is good, there is a proverb, tongue is dangerous always. For two things. Even tongue talking to others, if you uttered bad words, it is dangerous. Even tongue is another thing for taste. If you take more taste, it is also dangerous. So, Khadarvalli garu now and then says tongue is the most dangerous for all these things. We used to take this all millets and all these things, all this. Accidentally, I am from Banaras University student. There, first university is there, Ayurvedic University, College of Ayurvedic in Banaras University. Afterwards, it changed things. I don't forget, I'm a sportsman, I don't forget one proverb written in the medical college at that time. A new doctor treats one disease with 100 medicines. 100 medicines, not more medicines you can say. But an experienced doctor treats 100 diseases with one medicine. That is called experienced senior citizen. Nowadays, senior citizens mean just like Karepaku, throw it the senior citizens. They don't take the advice of senior citizens. Sorry to comment because you are very young. Because the experiences are called experience. When I am seeing this banana peeling and all this experience, now I got a chance to tell my colleagues, need not worry, need not scare. These are something behind it. So we can live with confidence. And first you have to develop a confidence in you. That is called also immunity. No, that is also one thing. That is proverb I will tell. Patient is more than doctor. Senior patient is a more than doctor word. You see, agreed. That, you see, there is a story about Tenali Ramakrishna. King asked him, I got some headache. How to cure it? Anybody can take a good doctor, you tell me. Then he started taking a cloth and wrapped it in his head and he started going in the street. So everybody is asking Ramakrishna Garu, what happened? Headache. You take Amrutanjan. You take another person. You take Jendu bomb. You take Ayurvedic medicine. You take walk. You take yoga. So Dr. Ramakrishna went to the king and told, sir, in our country everybody is a doctor. So why I am saying, after hearing it, I felt very happy because every day I used to get phones from my senior citizen, Nageswara Garu, I am feeling this, that, and all. So many doctors charging, because I am staying in the Sunshine Hospital, I should not say, 20 lakhs, 10 lakhs, and rich persons. I don't want to comment about rich person. Unless until they will spend 10 to 20 lakhs, the disease will not be cured. This is a joke in the town. Unless we pay 20 lakhs going into what they are doing, breathing exercise, and morning even badam pappu, and all these dry foods, and A and C and D vitamin, and crocin. All are available in this. Only thing, confidence. If you got confidence with you, you can take the quarantine. Another beautiful thing what Swarup Sarji said, there is no disease. Natural deaths are more than COVID deaths. So there is a controversy about the whites and blacks. In America, they are living in an artificial atmosphere. They don't follow the norms. So deaths are more because of the contamination, and influenza rate is highest in America, not all America, any cold countries, as per the theory, or even if you say Google. Flu also more in that. For example, 6 months they will stay in cold climate with closed doors. So even some bad thing came or virus has, where it will go? It will go to the throat. So there are another bad luck or good luck, I don't know. I have seen so many videos. Everybody is suggesting this method, just like Ramakrishna's story. You take vapor 10 times with nose and leave it. 10 times mouth, leave it. That is one exercise. And only one thing they did not tell, don't kill others. And our Bhotavaija, if you will kill other person, the disease will be killed. That was not only propagated in this COVID-19. So this beautiful thing I want to tell is, Jabalpur has seen a local garden of Ayurvedic, very big garden, not only big garden, and in Banaras University also very big, thousands of lakhs of plants are organic. I have seen even Pragati garden. Actually, now accidentally I met him in person. I know that I purchased some medicinal plants also. One P.V. Narasimha Rao, one biggest Ayurvedic, nobody knows in Hyderabad for information. So many persons does not know that Ayurvedic biggest collection and biggest training programs are going on there. Nobody knows it. Because I acted as a Krishi Vijnana Kendra head, I acted as a NATP, I acted as a national scientist. So I got a rapport with so many different persons. Another thing, when we used to conduct this medical camps, another beautiful thing I want to tell is, Ayurvedic person will say, your entire disease will be cured by the Ayurvedic. Next homeopathy will person come. He says entire things will be cured by the homeopathy. Next acupuncturist will come. He will say entire things will. I used to ask, when all the persons are saying that everything will be, whom to believe and whom to do this. But the only thing is, our own knowledge is better than anything. This plants, natural plants, which I want to taste, Raugar and the, all are available in the surrounding place of the nature. Only thing is how to pick, how to collect, how to see this. But our people are least bothered about about genetics. Mutation, everybody is talking. African virus, UK virus, and these people are saying there is no virus. Understand? Virus is existing in the nature. Bacteria is existing in the nature. The only thing is, we are aggravating them by taking the bad habits and without immunity. So, he is saying that the virus, all the virus will be in the throat. If you will go inside this, why the virus is affecting, as per my knowledge of this, all these things, when the virus crosses the throat and wherever the non-resistant parts, which is already affected with some bronchitis or cancer or something, it is easily accessible to that particular pre-existing disease, not for a new disease. Our people, you can observe, so many are not wearing masks. Going to temples, ladies, I wonder, their bhakti is more than the virus. They are going, lots of people in the temples without mask. They are very dare enough. Another recent article I have seen this, the whites are more susceptible than the browns. That in other way I will say, the whites are least worried about money. The governments are giving easy money and all these things, they will go to hospital. But our browns, they are very about the future. They will think of future and saving the money. That's why our browns are more resistant with mentally. I am saying this after seeing this beautiful 3 articles. We can say proudly, first to develop a immunity, develop a confidence, develop resistance, take the good advice, take the good food, all these things. First, government should stop. Government, one beautiful example, government will open a bar, if they will give so many soaps. This is free, this is free, and money is free, everything is free. So what you will do, you will go to bar and drink it, GST will go to the government, and disease will go to the persons. This how this. And another thing, when people are talking cheaply about senior citizen, I told all the hospitals one thing. You go to ICU, 70% of ICU patients are only senior citizen. Only 20% are accidental patients, 70% are occupying only ICU patient in any hospital, I will challenge. So, but at the same time, in the beginning of the Wuhan came this pandemic, only one theory applied by all the governments, sir. Right, Chaudhary, what? Senior citizen will die very easily. That is the only slogan they have put it. But when statistics came, we are the last affected person, senior citizens, even though we are aged. How can I say? 10% who are senior citizens, only one death they will calculate is a 10%. But 100% they are taking it as a youngsters, they are calculating 10% is 1%. So all these things, they made a fear camps. Finally I want to tell it. They have developed a fear complex. Some selling and mafia, they want it. So economy has drastically spoiled. And first they should sell it, you follow some. I want to ask all these persons their 6 decisions. And also covering the mask. Covering mask means what he has done. Anything will go to throat, so covering is the best, no doubt about it. Even our Gorareddy are given at least 20, 30 YouTube panels in the beginning. Now he stopped it. And distance nothing but air droplets, all people are telling. So another thing, the media, social media, without the knowledge, whether he knows the genetics or not, they are propagating themselves what fear complex and other complex, money. Then, for example, one example, I am a vitamin C, such a demand it came, it was gone into black in the Hyderabad. Limsi is not at all available in the market, and duplicate Limsi, only color of the rose color itself is a vitamin C. So that's see, first we want to, after hearing all these persons, what I want to know is, follow the good food. At least some change happened in the houses, but it should happen more. And environment, we cannot change it. In Hyderabad, I have seen this, forest is there, only trees are in the outside, no trees are in the inside. Inside is the gondas, outside is the tree plants. So these, first of all, we should educate all the persons about how to manage plant, what is the use of the plant, how much it is useful oxygen. Another thing, yesterday, one neurologist, I have attended a webinar, and he also told it. Then he also told like that, you can control it. Then I asked, if oxygen is more, if brain works more, can this Patala Bhati and all these yoga exercises, then he told me, sir, it is a correct thing. Every day if you will sit in the vitamin D for that, along with that, if you will see some yoga exercises, it will create oxygen circulation beautifully from top to bottom. Then you will be very active in to tell my colleague friends, need not worry. God decision we cannot change, but the pandemic decision we can change. Thank you very much.
Nice, sir. Nicely said. You talked about vitamin C and all. I'll add to you what you say. China has made money out of all the. Sir, our Vijay Kumar Saab is very busy. Sir, we are thankful to him for coming over here. Sir, moment తీసుకొని పోతారు. Moment ఎన్నో సార్ సన్మానం చేస్తాం. మనం మేడం సార్ కొంచెం పోతున్నారు. మనం సార్ గారిని సన్మానం చేద్దాం. రైట్. సార్ మనం తర్వాత మనం చేసుకుందాం సార్.
థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్
మేడం చాలా మొమెంట్ ఇక్కడ ఈజీ విజయ్ దాకర్ ఈజ్ దేర్. హలో, ఎక్కడ ఉన్నారు? ఎక్కడ ఉన్నారు మీరు? రైట్. రెడీ ఉన్నారు మేడం? సార్ ఒక నిమిషాలు ఆగుతాం సార్. చంద్రగారు లోపల సన్మానం చేద్దాం సార్. సన్మానం చేసుకోండి సార్. రెడీ సార్. చైర్మన్, హెచ్ఆర్ చైర్మన్ ఇస్ కమింగ్. ఇస్ ఆల్రెడీ ఇస్ దేర్. కిందకు వచ్చి జస్ట్ ప్లీజ్ సిట్ డౌన్ సార్. సార్తోనే సన్మానం చేపిద్దాం. చీఫ్ గెస్ట్ సార్. yes, 100 సార్ 100 acres డొనేట్ చేశారు సార్. ఆయన గ్రేట్ ఫిలాంథ్రఫిస్ట్ మా విజయ్ కుమార్ సార్. చాలా ఇప్పుడు చంద్ర సాబ్ వచ్చే ముందు అరే జాకర్ కప్పులు తీసుకోండి. కప్పులు తీసుకోమని కానీ తీసుకోపోవాలి కదా అన్నీ అసిస్టెంట్స్ అంతా అట్లే ఉన్నారు. ఏం చేద్దాం, అన్నీ మనమే చేసుకోవాలి. ఎవరు రారు, వచ్చిన వాళ్ళు కూడా ఎస్ సార్ కమింగ్ సార్ రైట్ సార్ నేను
Anyway, today we have a wonderful session today. I'm so grateful to Murali Manohar for giving me this opportunity of being a guest of honor here. And really I'm proud that I am with these three great gentlemen like Trimurtis, Dr. G.B. Rao, Dr. Khadarwali, Dr. Vishwaroop Chaudhary sir. Really, these three people have given such a wonderful message that every Indian or every citizen of the world should know that there is no fear towards COVID. We can easily defeat it with only little modification in our habits, food habits. And the plants around us will make us happy. That is what G.B. Rao sir says, and he has practically proved. In this 2,500 acres place, there is no mosquito, there is no virus, there is only health. Everybody is healthy there. They don't use mask in that place. So what a nice place to even think of. So that is almost like Swargam. So he has created a wonderful Swargam for people who go there and who are staying there. They are divine. And Khadarwali sir, as we all know, throughout the world knows Khadarwali sir now. Every Nutan Khan, actually, I knew his name through my son who is in America. He heard his message there in America, Houston. So he told me, "Hey, what a nice message he has given." Immediately, they have changed it to millets. After his saying, now they are purchasing millets and happily they are enjoying. And they wanted us also to do that. We have started, not yet started. We'll start. After seeing this, definitely we'll start using millets, and we will be happy to say that this message will go to all the people, and God bless us, God bless everybody, and see that COVID has no power if we have power. Keep the power within yourself, and as told, all Indians are immune, better than anybody in the world. Immunity is in the blood of Indian. So that is why we are having less problem regarding this COVID. Only fear complex is more. As you said, no? Husband is going to hospital. Wife is in the house. Both are positive. Wife early gets negative. This fellow, after spending 25 or 30 lakhs, then he comes back to negative. And that's so much fear complex is there. So he doesn't take wife to the hospital, he only goes, because the problem is money. Still, as I said, our own previous methods, whatever they are there, kitchen is our, what you have said, that is our spicy boxes, the small box with different things. That is the best medicine medical store. That is the best medical store. We should really see that we use that. And really I am happy once again for all the participants and our great leader, Nageswara garu, and Madam Jansi garu, Dhanusri garu. Meerama? Dr. Vasudha. Dr. Vasudha means Bhumi. Ade Bhumi kada. Vasudha. So we are talking about Bhumi only and the plants. So everything is so fine. Now we are waiting for our great chairman of human rights of our Telangana, Chairman Dr. Chandraya garu. I think the Dhanusri madam will speak few words.
Yes, good evening everybody. I'm Dr. Dhanisri Naidu. I'm a gynecologist, psychologist, physiologist, and at the same time I'm a vice president for the Princess. Okay.
Today we are pleased to have with us our Honorable Justice G. Chandra Saab, HRC Commissioner for Telangana. Really is a very beloved to me. He is my father. Every time I take suggestion from him, anything I have to do like that. So really a mentor for me. We have worked together in several locations. For we both do very small functions, and is also as a judge also he has learned earned a lot of name in the not only in AP combined state, also now other places also. We are very fortunate on behalf of Suncity to have with us today. So we are pleased to have sir. Now so far now only 2-3 speakers have spoken, sir. First Dr. Biswarupa Chaudhary Saab, besides you, Dr. Kadarali Saab, and then G.B. Rao. So the deliberation part just now started. One is completed by our Nageswara Garu. So now another Dr. Avalappa Saab first started, then Nageswara Saab. Now the other terms is there, our sister is there, Dhanisri Naidu. So we'll having the lively session after the 3 speakers given a very good account of the COVID-19, how to combat COVID-19 pandemic in 2020. People ask me, why you are in this program? So sorry, all these things they said. All this, everything is normal. What is happening in China now? What is happening in China? Now another type of pandemic is erupted. They say only 3,000, but not 3,000. See, multiples of 3,000. They are all only suppressing. They are revolting another way, attacking the borders. Only divert the attention of all the public and all the gimmicks they are playing. So to curtail all these things, your great people are there. Dr. Biswarupa Chaudhary and Kadarali Saab and our G.B. Rao Saab. See, many as a senior citizen, as a vice president of South, so for senior citizens, they take me consultancy. When I attack the COVID or anything, what to do? I said, stay at home. Don't worry. Dr. Avalappa is my good advisor. Some other pulmonologists are there. I request him to be on quarantine, take whatever suggestion given by pulmonologist, whatever suggestion given by Dr. Avalappa Garu, and be safe. So that's what the discussion of the day. They are my colleagues, though very, very close friends. But in spite of that, they gone to the very private hospitals and all. They have spent lakhs of rupees, 8, 10 lakhs, 13 lakhs like that. I really wondered. People say that already there is a normal death, but still, when they go as a COVID patient, they put it on the ventilator, whether it is necessary or not. It's open theory, it has become. So, actually, because of illness they died, because of putting ventilator, as Biswarupa Chaudhary, resulted in for death. But to counter all these things, we have arranged how to combat COVID-19 pandemic in 2020. So discussions have been there. So they are going very good sessions. We are proceeding further with your blessings, sir. With your permission, now we will start further program, sir. Sir, Vijay Kumar Saab had to attend an urgent program, and he request we will do felicitation to Vijay Kumar Saab. అంటే సార్ వస్తే మీరు ఉంటారు అనుకుంటున్నారు సార్ సార్ మేడం షాల్ మూమెంట్ మీరు రెడీ అక్కడ ఉన్నాయి చూడు విజయ్ టేకర్ ఫాస్ట్ సార్ వెళ్ళిపోవాలి స్మాల్ చేంజెస్ ఇన్ ది ప్రోగ్రామ్ సార్ సార్ వచ్చింది కదా అవసరం లేదు వేస్ట్ కదా వద్దులే ల్యాంప్ చాలి ఫస్ట్ చాలి డాక్టర్ జీపీ గ్రావ్ సార్ యూ ప్లీజ్ హ్యాండ్ ఓవర్ మూమెంట్ టు అవర్ Vijay Kumar sir. Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you, Vijay Kumar sir. In spite of a very tight schedule, you really spared our time. Our discussion very lively. Thank you for attending, sir. With the permission, we will continue, sir. Right. కూర్చో ఖాళీ అదిగా సీటు కూర్చో మీది అయిపోయిందా ఇప్పుడు మన నాగేశ్వర గారు ఏదో చెప్పారు సి టాబ్లెట్స్ విటమిన్ సి టాబ్లెట్స్ ఇంకేదో అన్నారు అయితే ఐ విల్ యాడ్ టు సంథింగ్ మోర్ చైనా డంప్డ్ ఆల్ బ్యాండ్ మెడిసిన్స్ టు ఇండియా విత్ ది సేమ్ ఆస్పెక్ట్ దట్ దే మింట్ మనీ I agree with them, sir, Biswara sir. Even cancer, what you call HIV medicines were used for the COVID patients. All banned influenza medicines were also used for by COVID patients. They made a trial that minted money. So you three are countering them, really. So people really having knowledge about that, definitely all the pulmonologists will stop using such tablets, making experiments. So I request our Dr. Dhanasri, V.S. Dhanasri Naidu is a MD in physiology, professor of physiology, and Vice President of Telangana AP State Council for Child Welfare. Is a life member of Red Cross Society of India, Commonwealth Association for Health and Disability, faculty St. John's Ambulance Association, First Aid and Home Nursing, Thakur Hariprasad Institute of Research and Rehabilitation for the Mentally Handicapped, Industries and Organizational Physiology, Counseling for Psychologists. We are very honored to have with us today Dr. Dhanasri Naidu. She happens to be my cousin, so we are happy. So I request her to attend, participate in the deliberations. Give your opinion about our present talk.
Good evening, everybody. It's a pleasure for me for attending today's conference. I'm very lucky. Today is an auspicious day, that is the Republic Day of India. At the same time, I'm thankful to hear all the speakers who have really explained what is life and what is things are going on. And most important thing I liked is as a psychologist also, psychological fear was the main reason rather than the coronavirus. And to tell the truth, the virus is there since many years, not suddenly it has come and all that. All types of viruses have come, but I don't know how this has completely made a lockdown, and mentally everyone have gone into depression. I can tell even the growth rate in countries, the development part. Students' life is really in a very backward situation now. There was see, I'm working in I retired from Gandhi. I'm working in a private college now as a professor and head of the department. So I know the students, when they talk to me, they say, madam, when it will be open, how it will be, and will we get infected? The way they're talking is, and the parents especially, every day at least 50 to 60 phones will come. Just what is the situation? How is the coronavirus? Shall we send our students? And all that. This confusion, I'm telling you, it was a big mess, I can tell you, rather than the coronavirus. And people as aggravated, I don't blame any person, but psychological fear is there now also in the students. I gave many people, I gave them counseling. I said, no, the virus is there since many years. We are really drowned with virus since many years. But because of a mental tension and all that, I don't know, it has flared up completely. But now, the people should understand that the death rate in USA or European countries are more than compared to India. Why? Because the immunity part in India is really very strong. You can see a farmer, you can see a laborer, any person to the high level, at all levels we take nutrition point of view. They say that they take more nutrition, but in India we take things which are very good for immunity, especially pepper, the saffron, pepper, everything. All the green vegetables. We intake of all this is more in India compared to others. That is the main reason why we have more immunity in India compared to others. And the death rate also clearly proved that we are better than other countries in the world. But now, coming to the point, I'm very much worried about students. That psychologically they are tensed up. It will take time for them to come to normal. So counseling as a psychologist, I'm doing a lot. Every day I'm busy with counseling. I'm telling nothing. COVID is completely has come down. There's no deaths at all. And I don't know about the paper, how much information the TV people are giving, how much the newspaper is giving. But all that, I want all people to become bold and just face like you're entering into a Olympic Games. Don't think that we can't say that death is certain for everyone. But you can't say that only because of coronavirus you are dead, or COVID is the main, this period is COVID period, we can't do anything and all that. If you are bold, if you have real confidence on yourself, you can definitely change this pandemic into completely stoppage of coronavirus. And all viruses, all respiratory viruses are there. It is not today, all are there, but because, Wuhan, it was first, has come in December, from there all this started, and we were serious from March especially. So this started the origin from Wuhan, I don't know, but it can be biological war also, because in 2006 itself, we had a doubt, some of our spy people, I just had a talk and all that. I didn't know that person is like that, but biological war is going to happen in this world and all that. So psychologically, everyone are now in a bad situation. So I want all the people, and today's the conference definitely will give a boost for all the people in this world also, that coronavirus is nothing but just a virus, just a flu type, and nothing to worry. So it is well-being today's speakers. I'm really very, very thankful for all the speakers who have given B.K. Rao, Kadal, and then even this Roy Chaudhary also. The way they told and everything, at least now everyone should open their mouth, eyes, and think that nothing is there. Come, let us fight with the coronavirus. That's nothing for us. So we should become strong to overcome the coronavirus. So today it is a good lesson for all of you all in this world, I can tell you. And those who are listening also, it is like an experience what you were before and how you should change now after hearing this conference. It is a drastic change, I can tell you, after this conference. Every person will get that wellness. Instead of going to hospital, they'll stay well in the house. Be happy, very happy. Happiness is very important. Even immunity is there to control immunity and to make our health normal. We need happiness. Happiness plays an important role. Happiness is not that you can buy outside. Happiness is how you will make yourself happiness. It is not with money you can be happy. With helping others, counseling others, telling the truth, those who don't know, those who are illiterate also, you can explain to them everything, no, that will give a really drastic change. So I'm very thankful to the president of the 320 Manor Anna. So hats off to him, and I give a credit for the speakers. I'm thankful, I'm lucky also. Today is the auspicious day, and today it's, it was very difficult when Anna told me the topic. I said, no, I'm coming, definitely I'll come, whatever may be, I'll come. So I'm happy and I'm thankful for one and all. So may God bless everyone, may stay healthy, not stay healthy, be active and see that you keep real mind healthy, and that will give you a lot of benefit in future life. Thank you very much.
Dhanasri Naidu Garu has given a very good account of the present situation. I asked Dhanasri Naidu Garu, now are we free to move as usual in the past?
No, you can go free to, but to certain extent, to prevent yourself. And by preventing, suppose you may be asymptomatic, but it should not harm others. In that way, that is my thought. Yes. My thought is that, see, we may be asymptomatic, but if you are doing bad, it may be bad for those who don't have immune system proper, so you can't do anything.
One more question, madam, if you don't mind. Dr. Biswarapar Chaudhary Sahab always advocates don't use mask. Okay, maintain distance. Don't use mask. So, what do you say?
But what is wrong in keeping? Is it affecting health? Nothing. It is benefit for the health.
What do you say, Biswarapar Sahab, about the mask?
There are two things. I'll just spend 30 seconds each. One is if we see the statistics. So CDC, Center of Disease Control, they released one study where they have seen the people who wear masks, their chances of catching COVID is 20 times. That means 2000% more than the people who never wore a mask. That is from CDC. This means two people, one is wearing mask all the time and one never. So I am having more chances of catching more by 20 times, not 20%, 20 times. That is CDC, right? So that is the statistics. Now, what is wrong with the mask? If let's say if at this moment I am wearing mask and talking to you, all the bacteria and virus which expected to go out and it destroy itself, but it will be saved in the mask. This means I am an infectious agent. I am moving with those bacteria, not just coronavirus, a lot of bacteria, other things. It is still there. And if you see anyone, including those who are sitting here and there and maybe there, in 1 hour on average we touch the mask about 23 times, again on the study. This means now it is 4-5 hours, so we have touched about 100 times. This means all the infection first we are collecting in the mask, and then since we are touching it, we are carrying it in the hand, and now we are passing the mic, we are passing the virus. So had I not had the, for example, now I am not wearing mask, so there is no reason to touch, right? And then I have less possibility of transferring the thing. Number one. Number two, the final thing, this novel coronavirus or SARS-CoV-2, before this also there had been many coronaviruses. For example, 229E, another coronavirus, OC43, another coronavirus, NL63, another coronavirus, right? So there are HKU1, another coronavirus, SARS, MERS. So already there are 4-5 coronavirus which is known to infect people. How this coronavirus is more dangerous? Is it, can it spread faster? Statistically, no. Can it, the mortality rate same as other coronavirus? Right, since this new one, so-called new one, is in terms of mortality, in terms of spreading, that is called R naught, how fast it can spread, is not different from other one which is already known for last 50 years, then why we are taking a special precaution now when we had never taken a precaution in the past? So there is no rational, if it is more dangerous, then there can be a special treatment to this new dangerous thing. But statistically, when it was new, we did not know. But now it is about 1 year, we already know from statistics that it is not more dangerous, more deadly, it cannot spread faster than rest of the virus which had been infecting human. So now there is no rational, no reason why still we should fear. Let's say I know there is a animal coming and it seems very dangerous, so maybe I'll try to protect. But when the animal is too close for a long period, I know it is not dangerous, now I can be free. So that's what is the human attitude, and that is correct. So when it was new or thought to be new, at that time all kind of precaution can be acceptable. But now when there is no statistic, if it is, then where is that statistics, right? But there is a counter statistic which proves, right? I have given in all my books, and that it is having exactly same mortality rate, 0.1%, which is there for other coronavirus, which is there for adenovirus, with which we have been living, right? The mortality rate. The major thing is not how far it is spreading. Major is how quickly it is killing. It is not killing quicker than any other respiratory virus, right? Since it is not killing quicker than any other respiratory virus, since it is not giving any more new symptoms, we cannot distinguish. It has never given any new symptom. All the symptoms are same as of influenza. So why we are taking a special precaution? If there is any answer, there is no rational answer. There is no. Why special? Yeah. Yes. Yeah, that should not be said that this we are wearing for corona. This anybody having, yes, anybody having cold, at that time there is a possibility he may pass on the cold, right? But that cold may not be because of corona itself. It can be for adenovirus, rhinovirus. So normally what happens when we are down with flu, we stay at home for 2-3 days. That had been the custom, right? So only that custom was sufficient. That's why we are since we are alive, that means that custom was sufficient. Stay at home. That we have been doing also. But if there is no cold, no cough, no flu symptom, still we are wearing mask. This means we are increasing our chances, and now we have the statistics also. Statistics saying wearing mask causes 20 times more COVID infection. So by wearing mask, why should I increase my infection chances by 20 times? That is the important question. Yeah, so that is the thing. Okay, thank you.
Mr. Saab, you have brought a good thing.
So one thing I want to, because it is made as a rule, it's legal. So in public places we should just follow the rule. So we have to take so when you are private you don't need. But when it is a rule, you have to follow just for sake of following the
rule. Yeah, otherwise you will be fined. That is the thing. Just to be unlawful, avoid being unlawful.
Not be unlawful.
Right.
Whether it is this
But
or that law, we should. Yes, sir.
So I will tell a small joke. In Central Africa, we had a chief engineer, Ranganathan. He is afraid of whoever person's coughs, sneezes, is to grant special leave. As a shop floor in charge, become such a big headache. Even you don't have any cough or this thing, is to go in front of my chief engineer when he comes, so sneeze. So the strength was going down. So he was so much fear of this thing. But say now I request our GP Ras to say the old tradition gone. Now it has come back again. Say namaste. He say. So going into the house, wash your feet, enter into the house. When you eat, put water. So all these systems have come back. It is good for us, bad for us. Now America reverts back, eating all junk foods. Now they are not eating, but now it is spread. So many centers of KFC centers have come up. How we can educate the people, younger generation, regarding this thing? How far we are here now present, how it will be future? Sir.
Today we are totally away from our Sanatana Dharma. That is the muddy and a distance, keeping namaskar. And also, in the anything when you are taking a food is completely adulterated, polluted because of chemical fertilizers, chemical pesticides. The reason today we are all not being educated about the food habits, which earlier, even if you want to cut the fruits and vegetables, the wood, which is 3-4 types of wood they used to cut, which is like dirshina. It is anti-poison. Any poison also it removes. The Kattigangulu. Kattiganga is the one, there the dirshina wood we use male, female, and we cold press. That oil, seeds, anything between the top portion, between seed and cover, sometimes it open up, it goes bad bacteria, so much, it becomes poison also. How to kill? That is only because the wood, which we are using the wood. And even our utensils, even our tedlu, karralu, man vadukune kitchen was, if you see the 60 years back, our kitchen is totally different today. Plastics and everything is for the bad health. So there is no kitchen now, it's only Zomato. and also what we used to use, our olden system, that is a peretlo and a mokkul antam. Peretlo become they are the people protecting the environment, because that's the plants, what they grow, what we eat, what we consume, that is the cycle is disturbed. Now we have to bring back our consumption is the most important, what you consume. That is where environment will be protected. When environment is protected, the whole bhu-kalusham, jala-kalusham, vayu-kalusham, all three is gone. If these three are gone, everything is again purity, that pavitrata, whole thing changes. Our whole environment system, cycle depends upon our consumption. We should focus on the herbs what being given by Vedas. We should focus on the herbs to, not only for yajna, to consume what we are giving to Bhagavan. Bilwa leaf we put, we throw it into the dustbin. No, that has to be used as a kashayam. Tamalpaku, the pan leaf we put in front of Hanuman, we throw it. Tulsi, we throw it. The type of things which we are offering to the God is not that just, they are the good for the immunity, health, for our all, whatever we have, the festivals, that's the Batkama festival. All these flowers, they are the Batkama means the life, the giver, life giver, these 5 flowers. They are the life givers, but we are bringing the plastics 200 tons, 500 tons and distributing everywhere. And see the change is taken. What you said, what is the difference? This is the change. Today the plastics they distribute to house, colony to colony to showcase the colors, not the real, the herbs, they are pure herbs. And whatever is immunity, Shadruchulu. All this, who is following this? Shadruchulu is not that only samsara, that is not only one day. Till that neem flower comes, that 30 days you must use. See the immunity system. Every season has got the seasonal, local, what we grow, that we should eat. then immunity system. So I think I clear. So kind of.
Limited gathering. You heard what he said. That's the reason national government has given a Raitu Bandhu Pushkar Award. Please give me a big clap. That's the only reason he is selected as one of the Raitu Bandhu Pushkar Award. He is a great person, the great knowledge. If he once goes to see private resorts, one we can see wonders there. The propagation and his time, everything spends upon the development of the environment. We are very much pleased that this occasion we are given a golden words. Now I say request for National to
about mask first. There are so many contradictions about the using of the mask. I am very sorry to comment about scientists and all the nature person without proper research. Actually, for publishing any paper or anything, it should take at least 3 years. We are finding it shortcut methods for each and everything for encashing our business. First of all, doctor said N95 mask is only useful, that too for doctors. No cloth mask is useful for that, but 5-layer masks are coming. Now, very beautiful thing business people started matching in sarees also, in pants also. They are putting, ladies are laughing because they are started giving the same matching mask also for the best. So, wherever possibilities, the government and others are exploiting. About masks, prevention is better than cure. So, we are wearing masks, we don't know. We are sitting here whether you got asymptomatic or symptomatic. There are two things. Asymptomatic means nothing will be exposed outside, but it will be innerly. And such a research, foreign countries are saying droplets will come 5 hours and it will start on paper staying for 8 hours. These are all nonsense. They have not conducted any research. The art of writing paper is different. Art of doing practical theory is different. My theory. Theory is always different from practical. You see, the Lancet paper which everybody is accepting. This, when we go to the mass, that means a gathering, definitely it is useful for to some extent. If you individually, there is no need for houses, and if you will have open air. One simple example of experience I will tell this 12 months. You go to village, the farmers have conducted their practices continuously without any hindrance. They have not weared masks. Understand? But when we want to clean a grain, they used to mask their nose with a towel. For example, you can go and see. Why? Not to inhale the bacteria or anything which going to this. These are all natural practice because the youngsters, we are all accidentally they are all are seniors, we don't know. I used to swim in the nalas in the villages. Now only swimming pools with a depth of 5 feet they are doing it. Another thing about mask, even this is nobody knows which type of mask is good. But anyhow, this disease combined with one. Another thing I want to, scientifically I want to go it, when mutations occurs, deletions and additions will go, madam. You know, DNA and RNAs are also, knows, everybody knows. In general, when mutation goes, the deterioration of deletion comes, deterioration of the this amino acids will come down. Thereby, the force of that it should come down. But whereas the propaganda is that 17 mutations, 100 mutations. Another thing, this is a false statement. I want to give you I am a plant breeder. For example, I am a breeder. I know the connections and all these things. I surprise how additions and deletions will come, and when human changes occurs a number of times, we will be weak. Our strength will be weakened. But whereas they are saying that African viruses and COVID signs, all these things, fatty layer is there, all these things. Why we can break anything? This fundamentally research is not going perfectly. And one example of vaccine I want to tell you. Recently, these 2 vaccines from Covaxin and Adarwala has started. first day, what statement the vaccination manufacturer given? Madam, can you know? Do you know? These 2 vaccines were given emergency permission by the government of India. So one person was given a statement, the person who has given, what statement he has given? No, I will tell now. When this Covaxin came from biological, this Hyderabad, the Adrawala has commented that's a water. This vaccine which was developed by BE is a water. Immediately they combined. Are fool, both will lose business. Don't give, then combine this. Yesterday itself they have given statement, both are good. You can go through the papers whether my statement is correct. No. Vaccine is, tomorrow vaccine is a water or vaccine, nobody knows. And side effects. They are creating side effects. Creating these persons who are taking vaccine and going for deaths or some, these are minor. Even children's for polio vaccine and all these things, they will have a little fever and all this because they are accustomed to it. So, why I am saying the nature we have tilted. Agreed. Sir is a nature lover, I could able to understand. But now people are scaring, madam. You are a psychologist, you are saying. You are unnecessarily scaring. And another theory I could not understand, the 18 and below persons, there is no need of vaccine. And 18 to 50 years want vaccine. And 80 years and above, these all, who has studied it? Another thing, this emergency of vaccines. I want to tell it. 3 years minimum distance is it. One side trials are going for third stage, 23,000, 9,60,000 vaccines are already given in Andhra Pradesh. What more trial you want it? This is a more large population theory is occurring. Then some people has put herd immunity. Nobody knows what is herd immunity. Herd means buffaloes and all these animals when you used to groom in India, that is called herd. We are also, they are combined human beings also as a herd. Madam is a doctor, I don't want to tell it. See, first of all, without perfection, all these things. 20 vaccines are coming. How? Because of this. Thousands, crores of business. And our country is very, very orthodox, spiritual. That's why we are donating our vaccine to first other countries than our country. So that theory. And even paper seems that doctors are hesitating to this vaccine. Why? First of all, I want to answer from doctors. Why they wanted it? Why mutations they are not agreeing? Why they are unable to second wave, third wave, what wave? Is it a flood or tsunami? You see, this pandemic topic is a very good topic to exchange the views, to exchange knowledge of for one person. It's a young thing. He has readily agreed that ICMR has given this, statistics was given by them. And one person from Tamil Nadu in the early stage of this COVID-19, he has scared the entire world that 10 crores of people will die within a span of one. Immediately, our Indian persons are very chalak. They went to America and he has interviewed. No, I am not like that. This is a mathematical theory. Who is a mathematician? How can she say 2 plus 2 is 4? But not vaccine is a 2 plus 2. Virus is not 2 plus 2. This is a biological. That is mathematical. How can you say that it will go like that? So, why I am saying that I have undergone so many webinars. Myself, I have made with the Helpage India, I conducted some 8 to 10 webinars to remove the fear complex. I used to sell them, first of all, be confident. If you are not confident about your health, be stay in house. Be stay in house. Don't come outside. See, I have guided so many of senior patients to take like that, do like that, and they were recovered. Somehow bad luck, some aged person will die automatically. Yeah, that's very good, nice. This, Madam, Basti Davakana, Madam also annoyed. This I am wearing it. Another thing, how to handle a mask. This is another good thing circulated. Whether how to pin it, touch it, remove like this, and keep. What is this? Who has done it? This is my habit of keeping like that. And I was taught by some doctors, I don't want to name. First you have to put like this and you start it and keep it. Who is following it? You see what we are achieving. Prevention, definitely we should keep. My personal view. And another question asked by sir, I want to reply from him. Another senior citizen is asking, sir, side effects are coming, nice, sir, how to manage all this? I have given a psychological exam. Don't worry. Our course will come in the March ending, senior citizens. Already our very well affected front warriors, doctors, nurses, police. First, let us see how many will die and how many will survive. Then we can take our vaccine at the time of end. Don't worry. Be happy. After doing the practical vaccination, then we can take it. Thank you very much, madam. I want to exchange the views because psychologists now got a full power. In India, there is no value for psychologists up to pandemic. Only Americans. Now psychologists got full demand. That's a wonderful thing. Today, very good discussion. Only for discussion. There are so many things to be discussed before recommending all these things. Pfizer will say that my vaccine is. Leave this matter. One more point. Just I will. One more point. The vaccination they are giving guarantee. One company is giving 63.1, just like example. One is given 82.3, one is 91. What about remaining factor? Again, it will be affected. Remaining affected 90 means 10% will be affected. So horrible things we are going to be exploited by the things. And first of all, we should learn about the things how to tackle. Thank you very much.
నాయసర్ ఒక పాయింట్ చెప్పారు సీనియర్ సిటిజన్ కోసం. ఇప్పుడు సీనియర్స్లో గవర్నమెంట్ ఏమంటుందంటే 70 అబోవ్ అంతా ఎంఆర్ఓ దగ్గర రిజిస్టర్ చేసుకోమంటుంది. రిజిస్టర్ చేయడానికి ఒక డేట్ ఇస్తుంది. డేట్ ప్రకారం వ్యాక్సినేషన్ ఇస్తున్నారు. నిన్న ఒక మా ఫ్రెండ్ పోయాడు, నిన్న డేట్ ఇచ్చారు పోయారు. సో దోస్ ఆర్ అబోవ్ 65 and 70 దే హ్యావ్ టు రిజిస్టర్ ద జిఎఫ్సి. సో అవర్ కేదర్ సాబ్ వాంట్ టు సే సంథింగ్, విల్ గివ్ అ.
You see, there are 1.3 billion people in India. First of all, by the time these guys make that many number of vaccines, it will be 5 years. And the distribution, logistics, it's absolutely mind-boggling. Maybe you have distributed 10 lakhs, maybe 10 crores. What about the remaining 120 crores? So it clearly appears to me that it is a business model. It is an economic model. It is not an ecological model. So we have been talking about an ecological model where every person on this planet can be attended to. So this vaccine, by its nature and design, is an economic model. It is not a scientific model. So everyone has to understand, these so-called scientists who are designing this, that they are working in an economic model, not in an ecological model. So all the so-called scientists and doctors should start thinking in an ecological model where we can touch each and every individual on this planet by sharing the information. That's the only way you can solve the logistics of this big pandemic kind of situation. So we have to design the information packages, not vaccines. This vaccine, that vaccine. Now we say mRNA vaccine, or weakening the virus and then creating a vaccine. So what if now the virus, so 10 more strains are all going to fall into this vaccine? That's what this vaccine company is claiming. Okay, I agree. Now what if the 11th strain? And they themselves are claiming this is strains are mutating so fast. In a matter of a year now, they have identified 23 strains now, real 23 strains. So what about the remaining 13 strains? Where is the vaccine? So you want to go through this process again? And as a senior citizen, you are saying, yeah, we will wait, let the others take, and then we will decide. What is this? It's all statistics, and statistics is not true science. It is an economic model. Statistics works for politics, for the votes, for this, for that kind of things it works. But not biological science where anything is possible, and you cannot be so unscientific in doing these things. So the biological world has to shift thinking in terms of ecological models, not economic models. I hope I have answered this question in a complete fashion.
అయితే నేను ఈ ప్రోగ్రామ్ తయారు చేస్తూ ఒక డెంటల్ డాక్టర్ దగ్గర పోయినా, ప్రిన్సిపల్ ఆఫ్ ది డెంటల్ కాలేజ్. మేడం, ఎప్పుడైనా పన్ను నొప్పి వస్తే మీ దగ్గర రావచ్చా, ఫ్రీ ట్రీట్మెంట్ తీసుకోవచ్చా అని. పన్ను తీసుకోవడం ఎంత ఎప్పుడైనా ఫ్రీగా రావచ్చు, పన్ను ఊడగొట్టుకోవడానికి అని. సచ్ ఆనరబుల్ లేడీ విత్ అస్, డాక్టర్ వజరారెడ్డి గారు. ఆర్ రిక్వెస్ట్ షేర్ హిస్ వ్యూస్, ఆర్ వ్యూస్.
Thank you so very much. No, I didn't mean it actually. No, the other day when he came to my house, he was asking me, no, I'm just explaining, Mr. Roy. The other day he came to my house and he was just asking me, if I have any dental problem, can I come to your hospital? Will I be treated free of charge? Then I said, breaking a teeth is not a big issue. You can come at any point of time. I'll break it and give it to you. No, my question is, when people are saying that below 18 years children are not being affected, then why schools are closed till date? The basic question, why we are playing with the future of our students? Because I run an educational institutions, I'm very worried about not only my own kids but all the kids. Why are we closing the schools? First question. And from past many months we are seeing so many advertisements on TV saying that use my liquid, it will kill virus. It's as simple as that. When if it is as simple as that, why we are trying so many researches are going on, and why we are not stopping those kind of advertisements? It means there is nothing to fear in it. It's very simple thing, and the fear factor is so high that every other day, from the newborn kid to the person who is about to die, they are talking about all this nonsense. I call it as nonsense only. See, from last 9 months, I didn't wear any mask. I go in public, I roam around, I conduct n number of blood camps, medical camps, this, that, but I never wear any kind of mask. Why? Because my own concept, what I feel is, I don't want my lungs to decrease its power. See, when I wear my mask, yes, when I wear my mask, I'm inhaling my own things. I'm not inhaling what is there in the air. I want the natural things go into my own lungs. I want my lung power to be increased, not decrease. That's my funda. I'm not arguing any kind of other things. What I believe is, let me believe in my own self. What I say is, I want my oxygen to go into my lungs, not the same thing which I'm inhaling again and again and again using that mask. What is the meaning of wearing that mask? When my lungs itself is getting decreased, the power of my lungs is getting decreased, then why should I wear it? If somebody says that if I wear a mask, my lung power increases, then I'm ready to wear. My first question is, if somebody comes and says, wear this kind of mask, this fancy mask, as sir said, mask matching saris. Yes, nowadays we are finding 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 nonsense kind of masks. But what are we buying? Are we buying health? Are we literally buying health? No. Daily go and sit in. No, daily go and sit in neem tree. That itself gives you a lot of oxygen. Do walking. Go. get up early. And one good thing this corona has done, what I feel is to the next generation is fear of life. They started conducting their life very well, getting early in the morning, doing yoga, eating healthy. What good thing this corona has given to the next generation is, one thing, they started conducting themselves. Healthy life, proper life, getting in early, sleeping early. Yes, one question my son always asks me, Amma, will you send me to the school? I said, when I open my school, I'll definitely send you also to the school. Then you know what he says, I'll go there and do Hachi. My madam will say, go and sit at home. Because habit of sitting at home from past 9 months. They don't want to go to school now. So many questions are coming in their minds. So what are we teaching? No, what kind of society we are bringing up? That's what I'm saying. We are not passing on good. We are not passing on good values to our children, our next generation. We are raising them in the terms of fear factor. What I say, this is not pandemic, it's a plandemic. It's planned thing, which is spoiling the future generation. Which is spoiling the future generation. We are, see our lives, see the ultimate reality of life is death. One day we are going. Definitely will go. But what kind of values we are passing on to our next generation is more important. They are living in the terms of fear factor, and which is absolutely unhealthy kind of thing. అదే చేస్తున్నామండి ఇప్పుడు మనము, అంతకంటే ఎక్కువ ఏమీ చేయట్లేదు. Parents meeting అయినప్పుడు, you know, my parents come and ask me, who is going to give guarantee that if my son gets some kind of disease in your school, are you going to pay it for them? Then I said, what if he brings it from outside? From past so many years they are studying in my school. They are hale and healthy. No, parents are becoming so... Exactly. Unnecessary hype has become so... Each and every aspect which is happening from January last 2022 till now is depending upon money, 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 nothing else. Economical things. Sir, చక్కగా వేప చెట్టు కింద కూర్చోండి సార్, you don't need any kind of vaccination. Go and sit under a neem tree. Sir, my campus is of 10 acres, sir. Whole of my campus, we have trees only. Whole of my campus. Neem trees. మొన్న వర్షానికి, మొన్న వరదలకి 2 పెద్ద పెద్ద వేప చెట్లు కూలిపోతే మేము ఏడ్చాము లిటరల్గా. హౌ టు రివైవ్ ఇట్? వీ కాంట్ రివైవ్ ఇట్. అవి ఎలా పడిపోయి కొట్టుకుపోయాయి. మేము మళ్ళీ క్యాంపస్లోకి వెళ్ళి చూసేలోపు ఆ వర్షానికి ఎక్కడికో వెళ్ళిపోయిందనమాట. అవి ఎప్పుడు అంటే అదొక స్టేజ్లో మన కళ్ళ ముందు ఉంటే చేయొచ్చు. ఇట్స్ ఆల్రెడీ గాన్. ఆ ప్లేస్ నుంచి పడిపోయి ఇట్స్ గాన్. సో దట్ ఈస్ ద సిచ్యువేషన్. అండ్ వన్ మోర్ థింగ్, what our nature has given to us is tulsi tree. Why every house should have a tulsi tree is because of this. Go eat it. There is nothing, no such an antibiotic kind of thing than a tulsi. Eat it. Eat it. ఇచ్చినవాడు చూసుకోకపోతాడా అనేవాళ్ళు.
డాక్టర్ ప్రొఫెసర్ సత్య గారు ఉన్నారండి, మాట్లాడారు. ఎవరున్నారా? ఆడియన్స్కి వెళ్ళి ఎవరు మాట్లాడతారు సార్?
హలో
So, now request our Honorable Mr. Chhatra Garu, Human Rights Chairman, to give his valuable speech. We are all eagerly waiting for you, sir. Though late, sorry, we have delayed the program. I think we have got a hectic program from the morning and evening. In spite of your busy schedule, you have come over here. We are very happy, sir. Our friends are eagerly waiting for you. Sir, kindly give your message, sir. He is the chief guest of today's function. Justice Chandra Sahab, Chairman of the Human Rights Commission.
Can I stand up and speak?
Kuchal matter, sir. Kuchal matter, sir. Serious matter.
Brothers and sisters, Dr. Vishwarup Roy Chaudhary Garu, Dr. Kandavelli Garu, Dr. G.P.K. Rao Garu, Brother Nageshwar Rao Garu, Brother Manohar Garu, Dr. Dandi Garu, and Vijay Kumar just now left. I am very happy to be with you all today to participate in the discussion on an important subject with which the whole world is facing. That is how to combat COVID-19 pandemic 2021. I have been following the valuable conversation that went on for hours together. And this topic is not only very important and of the time required, it should go on. The pandemic situation is not new to the human society. If you go to the history of the human society, the creature on the earth is the part of the universe. Universe consists of two things: a things of lifeless, a things of life, put together universe. Fortunately, we belong to the category of a things of life. We have life. Further, the difference is the creatures on the earth which has life can think only some extent, to the extent that requires to survive those creatures on the earth. But the human being, because of his power, mental power, can not only think but also express, and also because of the language, they made it granthas and they stored it and they started transforming from one generation to another generation in the name of knowledge. Therefore, knowledge is power. Now, in the recent path, when we compare from 1930 to till now, this type of virus was not found. It's not that it was not there, we do not know. The human brain will only, it doesn't find, it only recognizes when it's already there. It is not possible for a human brain what is the depth of the nature and how many creatures on the earth are surviving and dying in a minute, and which creature will become a virus and which is not a virus. Unfortunately, this particular situation came into existence in the form of a virus. It was proved to be a virus because of which effect lakhs of people have been died and lost their life across the world. Therefore, it has been considered an important pandemic, and the whole world started thinking about it and started researching it. Now the question is, we have already experienced about 1 year. In the 1 year, lakhs of people died across the world and the death rate has come down. It is not known whether the effect of the virus has come down or decreased, or it has been taken in a different form. Now the research is going on. It is the nature of the mind of the human society. As brother said, that how to believe that a finding of a particular medicine or vaccine is more useful or no useful or little useful. It is only the experience of the man will be proving. But in a democratic system, what happens is, if the government doesn't take steps, the people will blame the government is not taking any steps. So therefore, definitely it is the duty and mandatory to cast upon the researchers to have a research to find out the medicine for a disease, because whole knowledge of the human being is only meant for to survive, to make survival of the society and survival of a person. The whole law is meant for to protect the person, not to kill the person. That is the duty of the God, of the man also. Now, in the present situation, whatever the method that have been encouraged by the government, there is no compulsion for anybody to follow, but our life is not alone. Our life is coupled with the society when we are moving with the society. You cannot live alone. So therefore, after some research, one finding is given. When it is proved some extent good, it is always better to follow. Then which is to be followed, which is not to be followed? It is based on the principle of commercial, or it is based on the principles of necessity, or it is based on the principles of necessity coupled with the truth, is a matter of aspect to be considered. So the best solution is to habituate the human society to lead a natural life. What is the natural life? Have a good water, have a good air, have a good food, maintain your surroundings, and start to live in a good environment, and think very, very fairly without fear, and be truthfully, and be courageous. If these things are being followed, most of the diseases that are there in your mind, biggest disease is the mind. If we feel that I have a disease, I have a disease. If we feel that I don't have a disease, we don't have a disease. Even though doctor says that you have a disease, yes, we have a disease. If you have a fear, if the disease is only 1%, if you have a fear, it will be 100%. Yes. So, on account of these factors, what are the factors? Fear and propagation and the effect with which the society is suffering. For every creature on the earth, a fear will be only on account of the death. If suppose there is a guarantee that there is no death, there cannot be a fear at all. And there cannot be a feeling of any faith on God also. God is also one of the theory of study is God is also based on the concept of a fear. If there is anybody to give you a guarantee that you are not going to die, there cannot be any respect at all. So therefore, human life is based on a spiritual concept and a material concept. Spiritual concept is for creating a spirit in you, creating a courage in you, creating an element of love in you, creating an element of service in you. So the love and service make the people to survive with so much of courage. In the absence of this, if a fear takes place, a fellow who is going to die tomorrow, he will die today only. The courage is required. So, at the present circumstances, whatever the procedure that is being announced by the government, it's better to follow in the interest of the whole society, because you are not alone. Unless you go to your institution, you cannot give the treatment to the patients. Even if you go to a doctor, in the absence of the pandemic situation also, the doctor invariably wear the mask, because they are moving within the premises where so many viruses are prevails. So therefore, to prevent the virus from entering into your body, in the present situation, whatever the guidelines that are there, it is better to follow. It is not necessary when you are living in a good weather, where a good atmosphere, where your premises are very clean and there is no scope for any other to come in. So therefore, whether it is based on the marketability or based on the economy or ecology, whatever it is, better to arrest ourselves by wearing the mask when you go out, particularly when you are going with a mask. With a mask, you are following number one. Number two is, nowadays, if anybody come and nearer to speak, a bad smell will come, that will be arrested at least. But when you are moving on the road, not necessary, because oxygen is alive. Carbon dioxide leads to death. Yesterday or day before yesterday, one of my honorable non-judicial member complaining that, sir, I am suffering with fear, I am suffering with cold and all, sir. I went to the doctor. When the doctor observed him, sir, you are wearing such a mask that whereby your air is not coming out, it is going inside, therefore there is something like that, so therefore you are affecting. So whenever it is necessary, you use it. Whenever it is not necessary, you don't use it. That is a suggestion. That means body requires a good air coupled with the air with an element of oxygen. Oxygen is nothing but a life. So therefore, overall conversation, the observation is, I am very happy to be with you all who are the eminent doctors, psychologists are there, social activists are there, senior citizens are there, and all of you are our Lions Club members. This is one of the world famous, reputed, service-oriented, affectionate organization is the Lions Club of International. There are two organizations, and among one of the organizations, this what is called Lions Club of International. So therefore, I am grateful to Brother Manohar Garu, for inviting me to participate in the useful deliberations. This deliberation shall go on throughout not only the country, but throughout the world. World requires education, awareness, and to do away the fear from the mind of the man, so that on account of avoiding the feeling fear, people will survive so much of happily. Now what happened is, our Nageshwar Rao said, though he doesn't want to wear the mask, but because of his grandchild he is compelled to wear the mask. He is asking, that is the effect of the propagation of the media and the institutions which are funding for the media, which are creating that kind of idea in the society. So the society is market one, society is a business one, society is not a truthful one. There may be 1% truth, not 99%. So therefore, every nature is the best doctor, a person himself is the best doctor to observe whether my organs are properly functioning, my body is properly functioning, or my mind is properly functioning. When I'm all right, when there is no difficulty in doing all these things, wearing of all these things not at all necessary when he is alone. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. You have given a wonderful speech. ఇప్పుడు మాస్క్ అన్నారు కదా, మా గ్రాండ్ చైల్డ్ 4 years ఓన్లీ. నేను బయటికి పోతే ఫస్ట్ మాస్క్ తీసుకొచ్చి నా చేతికి ఇస్తాడు. అంటే అంత లెవెల్ అవేర్నెస్ పెరిగింది అనమాట. సో వీ హ్యాడ్ ఎ వెరీ నైస్ సెషన్, సార్. నౌ విల్ స్టార్ట్ విత్ ద ఫెలిసిటేషన్ సెరమనీ. I request Dhansiri or Dr. Vasudharani Garu take over.
Good evening, everyone, once again. Every happy thing has to come to an end. And today is the happiest evening, celebrating our 72nd Republic Day. So, ending the program with a small kind of felicitation, thank-giving program. Let's start with first speaker, Dr. Bishwarup Rai Chaudhary, who does not need any kind of introduction. I request our chief guest and other dignitaries to do the honorings by felicitating Dr. Bishwarup Rai Chaudhary. Welcome to Hyderabad. I know he is born in Hyderabad. And our Dr. Kadarvalli sir also does not need any kind of introduction. Whenever we open any YouTube or whenever we say nature cure kind of things, his name appears on the top. So I request our chief guest to do the honors of felicitating our second speaker, Dr. Kadarvalli Garu. Not last, but Dr. G.B.K. Rao Garu. Yeah, Chairman of Pragati Research. Sir, our next visit is your research only.
We are coming. Most welcome.
Sir, we are coming definitely.
Please.
Just to study about the plants and all those things. Yeah, we would like to honor our another member, Dhanalakshmi Garu also. Dhanasri. You know, we are seeing each other only through Zoom. Live. We belong Lions. Yeah, Lions Club. And you know, whenever she comes up with any kind
nothing like that.
I know.
I discussed with my sons also. 400 meters.
I never discuss with my sons. I always argue with my sons.
No, because they are doctors, so I can talk with them better.
Because they are the next generation, they have n number of questions. Now, the question which I have asked, why schools are being closed, that question is asked by my children only. పేరు లేదు పర్వాలేదు ఇంకొకటి పేరు లేదు ఉందా అచ్చా నా పేరు కూడా రాసుకొచ్చేసారు నాకు నేనే చదువుకోవాలి సార్
Nageswara garu there. We'll honor our Nageswara garu, scientist. Yeah, Nageswara garu. Sir. Well, pleasure to honor my friend, and he is also vice president of the Astra Central Circle. He is doing a lot of service for senior citizens. Just yesterday only had a talk with the commissioner. He has increased the budget of their senior citizens. This thing. A movement కూడా ఉంది. మా మినిట్ రండి. నేను రావద్దా? వాళ్ళే రావాలా? తర్వాత లాస్ట్లో చేద్దాంలే గ్రూప్ ఫోటో. రైట్. A pleasure to honor Dr. Vajdarani garu today's occasion. Thank you, Minister. We had a very lively session today.
Immensely thankful for giving an opportunity to participate in the meeting with a great stalwarts. Thank you very much for running all.
Sir, now our chief guest,
last but not the least, heroes should be honored at the end. And being a human rights person, he has to be honored with a thunder. Yes, even I belong to the same fraternity. I did my masters in international law, but I could not practice in future. So
సార్తోని మన చీఫ్ గెస్ట్ సార్తోని 2016లో పరిచయం అయింది. నేవీ కాలేజ్లో మేము ఇంటర్నేషనల్ క్లబ్ ఆఫ్ ఫెడరేషన్ ఆఫ్ ఎల్డర్స్ క్లబ్లో సార్ గారు చీఫ్ గెస్ట్కి వచ్చారు. నేను కూడా మెంబర్గా అటెండ్ అయ్యాను. హీ హాస్ గివెన్ ఎ సచ్ ఎక్సలెంట్ స్పీచ్. ఆల్ హీ గివెన్ ఎ స్టాండింగ్ ఓవేషన్ టు హిమ్. So really I remember he has given such a wonderful speech. So that a great person is being with us. Very honor to our Lions Club. Now we are very happy. We are lucky to just give us an opportunity to honor to together. Yes, sir. We are under see. Under batala. Da jacket da. आइए इधर आइए. आप उसके बाद स्पीकर आपके पास जाइए. सबके पास जाइए. Thank you very much, sir. Very kind of sir. మీరు ఎట్లా మా బ్లెస్సింగ్స్ ఇస్తుండాలా? మెమెంటో సార్, మెమెంటో జస్ట్ అసలు మెమెంటో.